The Incredible Hulk will not be presented this evening.
Damn!
Joke.
Welcome, everybody. It is Wednesday, and we have a 5-pack of tonight. Gentlemen, welcome. Jables, welcome.
Howdy, folks.
Hello.
Howdy, folks.
Krellbot Joe and Juke Bizzle.
Oh, baby. It's like an all-star cast.
We have an all-star cast. Now, for those of you who don't have an ad blocker on their YouTube, have you guys been seeing these commercials that are driving me bananas? These glasses are taking over the industry. The guy's walking around with self-adjusting glasses. It looks like the fucking thing the guy sits in the optometrist chair with. It's like, oh, yeah.
Is it better?
Doc, I'll take these.
Worse?
I have not seen that.
Mr. Magoo.
It's taking it by storm. Yeah, it's taking it so much by storm, you're advertising the living piss out of it. You still can't sell me. Or my wife got me this tool. It's like, oh, fuck off. I can't take it.
I was on the toilet earlier, and I said, I'm really taking this by storm.
Awful.
I'm dropping the Browns off at the Super Bowl.
Oh, man. The Cosby kids were swimming.
Oh, God.
Excellent stuff, guys. Thank you for making me vomit in my mouth. So today, folks, I put up a new video on my cigar channel. I did a review of an unboxing, I should say, of the King of the Leaf November box, and I also bought a new pipe. So I wanted to show the pipe. Yeah, not the Opti Grab.
Dr. Van
That's
Nostrand.
great. Oh, it's great. Anyway, so what else has been going on? What's going on for the week? What's been happening? Kralba, I like how you message me and you're like, yeah, I'm at the spill. Not, hey, Dave, I'm going to the spill. You want to meet me later? I'm at the spill.
That's kind of Sunday was the last minute thing. Yeah, I wasn't going to go there.
Twice you did it.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah, we got to make plans.
I've got an audio.
Maybe Friday.
Give me a heads up. You're going to go, even if it's an hour before, and I'll be like, all right, either I'll go or I won't. But at least you message me, and I'm like ready to light up a cigar, and you're like, hey, I'm at the spill. I'm like, I'm not going.
Maybe Friday night. I'll get in touch with you on Friday.
Let me know.
What's the spill?
Cedar Spill. It's a cigar lounge.
Cigar lounge in
12 minutes down the road from me. I'm a happy man.
Sunday, I got to meet some people over at the
reasons.
White Ash. They reached out to me. So if you want to go to the Ash on Sunday.
Keep that in mind.
Okay, Krell, that's good. I just was waiting for some form of a response.
There you go. Hey, I've got an audio question, just because it's happening on my end. I don't know if it's happening on yours, but my talk back is literally only coming through my left ear. the audio from the whole channel is still in stereo. It's just sort of a weird thing. I've never
Did you have to?
Never
Yeah,
had
something was going on with yours when your thing.
I think it's
whatever
your hearing.
whatever your mic was doing, it unmuted itself during the intro, and I had to go hand mute it.
Oh, that's weird.
That's what that was.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard something.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
why that would have happened. I wonder if it's a software thing with StreamYard and me today. Because it's a little annoying, but it's not the end of the world.
Okay, Fernwood says he wants a little background on people because he's a newbie here. Let's start with Joe. Joe has been the Ed McMahon of this show, I would say. He's always old reference. So we have Juke up top is Jim. That's Juke Bizzle. He is Jim I've known since probably, I want to say like 1997. He worked for me in 2006 at West LA Music alongside John Bingham. I'm trying to make everyone sound formal. I'm giving you a new name. And that's Bingham over there. Bingham currently works for Bad Cat Amplification. And you can see him
Larry
from 2 to 9
Bemlin
at the Jet Strip on Century Boulevard.
And none of these guys party. I'm the only guy that likes to party.
He dances under the nickname Bubbles. And then we have Krellbar.
No introduction needed.
Yeah. Krellbar, despite how much he protests and how much he denies it, Krellbar's wearing a wig.
Oh,
and that is all about that.
I don't deny it. It's a good hair system, see?
Century Boulevard is actually a real road. Yeah, it goes in. Century Boulevard goes into the airport.
We're talking about LA?
Yeah.
Sure does.
Century Boulevard.
Me and John's church.
I don't think the Jet Strip was on Century Boulevard. I think it was the there's a strip club right in the corner. I just can't think of the name, but on the way to the airport.
Nudes.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm actually thinking about shaving a landing strip into my own pubic hair.
I won't be eating tonight.
Or ever again.
Yeah. I won't need that meat diet.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Bingham.
It's a crank zapper.
You're going to haunt my dreams.
I got some meat for you.
Oh, Ghost World mentions it. There's a funny movie. It's called like Battles something LA. And it was supposed to be aliens landing. And it's hilarious because they're like, we're on 10th Street in Santa Monica. And I'm looking at it going, that's not 10th Street in Santa Monica. That, I don't know where and then I had to look it up and they filmed it in like Oklahoma or something. But whatever they were saying, there was like a gas station there. And I'm like, there's no gas station at 10th Street. This is not, it was ridiculous.
That's pretty funny.
Let me ask you a question, since we're doing all these introductions. So you met John and you met fucking name. Jim.
Also known as Juke Bizzle.
Juke Bizzle. I was about to call him Juke, and I wanted to call him by his regular name, his real name.
Oh, James.
So you all met in LA at the store you worked at. How'd you meet Krellbar?
No, so I met Jim at Gold's Gym through the Barbarian Brothers. We were both buddies with the Barbarians. And then when Jim came to work for me at West LA, I already had known Jim for like 9 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were like, what are you doing here? And I'm here for the salesperson job. You got the gig, kid.
Krellbar, were you in LA too?
No.
Nope.
Krellbar I met here.
He had his own show that he had this show basically, and he had little chats. And so I took part in the chat, and he said something like, geez, you sound like you're from around here. And I go, yeah, I'm in Northwest Rhode Island. We got to go grab lunch sometime. So,
yeah, and he was, I think one day he was dropping a guitar or picking a guitar off from Steve from Boston. Mm. And that's the next town over from me. He's the next town from me. So we met to get a bite to eat at the Feisty Greek.
Spanakopita.
Yeah, the Spanakopita is
good. I remember how you met me. You messaged me on Instagram. You were looking to buy foot picks, and I was like, I just got out of that racket. So
exactly.
I didn't want to sell anymore.
I was like, any pictures of your feet?
Yeah, no.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Tarantino
said
might
to
like
him,
it still.
I said, have
That's
you seen
funny.
Corey Chase lately? Last time I saw her, she was stuck in my refrigerator. Gold. Gold, I tell you.
I should know who she is, but I don't.
Yeah,
With a
she's
name
around.
like Corey Chase, I'm guessing adult film industry.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good enough.
It's Joe's favorite.
No.
Oh, it isn't?
No.
All right. Hey, Johnny Kramer's in the group there. What else is happening? Anything new at Bad Cat?
Yeah. Well, we're just getting ready to launch that Jet Black, which I'm very excited. Jet Black, in case people did not know this, it's a new amplifier we're releasing. Long story short, it was intended to be a bigger Black Cat, and it ended up turning into like my little pet project to make an amplifier voiced exactly how I'd want one voiced. So me and Peter were like meticulously going through all of it and making it get there. So it's as close to a signature amp as I'll ever have on the market, but it's not, it's amazing. Somewhere between a Vox and a Marshall.
But can you use it to play metal?
If you put a boost pedal in front of it, it's got as much gain as an 800, 2203. Right. Actually, more than a 2203, because a 2203 frankly doesn't have that much, but
yeah, you don't need any of that stuff.
But I think actually, now that I'm explaining this, I think Joe is actually just making fun of this industry.
Yes.
Yeah, it's what you've said like every week for the last 3 weeks.
That's hilarious. Yeah, sorry I didn't catch it. That was nice and subtle.
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. The whole amp industry is like, every video you see, people are playing like, oh, cool. So that's if I just play power chords for 2 seconds, what that amp's going to sound like. I'm so happy about that.
Oh, it's so dumb. It's terrible. So I actually get this through our chats in this group, and I appreciate you guys for this. I had conversations this week with Michael Nielsen, who, if you guys don't know, he has a channel called Big Hairy Guitars. And I love him. He's a really good guy.
Sounds familiar.
Ben Eller. You guys know Ben Eller?
Yes.
Uncle Ben?
Yep.
Yeah.
Uncle Ben, yep.
I had conversations with him, with Sean Tubbs, and with Pete Thorne. And I'm assuming you guys know who Pete Thorne is for sure. But
yeah, Sean Tubbs is awesome.
He's a great player. So I had conversations with these guys because we're going to do something different with the launch of this product this time around. Instead of feeding them my marketing copy that I already have written out, I told these guys, I'm going to send you a spec sheet so you know how the amp is made. But what I specifically want you to do is play it, decide what you like about it, and then you guys can talk about what it is that you actually see in the product. I don't want people out there going, oh, it's got, this buzzword and that buzzword. So there's going to be none of that. So this particular launch is going to be as honest as we can make it. It's, well, you guys have your opinion. Well, I mean, no, I can't dictate what they say, if they say negative things, if they say positive things.
But I'm just saying, they may not know what to say unless they're fed something to say, and they may just go with what they're always fed to say. I mean, I hope not.
These guys, I think, I had long conversations with all of them, and they were all like, this is refreshing. This is what I want to do.
Okay.
And so we'll see. I mean, if any of them shit the bed, it's on me.
Right.
But the hope is some of them end up finding that they like the dirty side of it. Some of them might end up saying that they prefer the clean side of it, and all flavors in between. And so that's where I'm at with it. So I'm hoping it's refreshing, because when all of these guys did that Tone Master Pro video recently, I was like, you got to be fucking kidding. Pardon my language. It's just everybody was saying the same shit. It's completely not authentic.
You know what it reminds me of? That clip they always show of all the different news stations all saying the same exact thing.
Right.
Yeah, that's what YouTube has become like.
Yeah. They're all being fed the same nonsense lines, and if a product, there's nothing that exciting about gear. People, it's like either play and you're working out shit, or you're fucking just sitting there wanking yourself, sitting there
Well,
looking at.
there was a time when there was exciting stuff about gear, when like a new pedal came out that's a new effect, never been heard before, and that was fun. But I mean, that it's all been done.
Yeah, but it doesn't. As a player, do you give two shits about like? I mean, John works in the business still, and so he's like surrounded by what he's going to be inundated with. But when it comes down to it, are you watching a guy buying a Fender American Standard 1 versus a Standard 2 and comparing which one he liked better and what the differences of the pickups were? Who gives two fucks? You don't like the pickups? Swap them out, you shithead.
Yeah,
Who gives a fuck what you play?
I can say this much: if I was around before the Univibe came out and after it came out, I would say that'd be a fucking great. I'd be freaking, oh, this is great gear.
Ricky Compton had a question for John.
I don't understand what the hell Crowbar just said. The pedal came out in the late 60s.
What I said is it's hard to get excited about gear. I said, but I could picture myself. I could picture myself before the Univibe came out, and then when it came out, being very excited about it because it was a very unique thing and it was a great sound.
It's really not used
comparison.
Still.
It's not used, but it's great.
No, I'm off your subject now. What did Joe say about somebody in the chat said what?
John, Ricky wanted to know, is the new amp EL34 or 84?
Oh, okay.
And how many watts is it?
So can I dispel something first before I tell this story?
Go ahead.
The reason that people think EL84 sound a certain way or 34 sound a certain way is because they're used to hearing it in a circuit that contains it. And they assume, oh, it's the tube.
100%.
100%. It ain't the tube. As
you, 100%.
There was a guy that you remember that video that guy did with that tackle box amp that he made, where like you could
Jim Lil.
Yeah,
Jim
it was
Lil.
an amazing video, but it's very poignant. It's very true. But
very true. I mean,
yeah. So beyond that, let me answer his question. It's 4 EL84s, and it's running hot, like 38 watts, and 2 channels.
Let me just
tremolo,
tell you something.
Reverb.
Bingham.
That's it.
You put a Les Paul or an SG into a Marshall, and you play it. People will go, "That's a Marshall." You show me one asshole that's right and says that one has 5881s. Bullshit. You can't hear a fucking difference.
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
Sounds like a Marshall.
I agree.
Yeah.
Unless they're using a red Jim Dunlop pick.
But let me tell you why the world works this way and the guitar players are this way. Because guitar players, and guys, don't take this the wrong way if you're watching this channel, are the least educated of musicians. You go talk to a violinist, they know the fucking circle of fifths. They know everything about music. You could put a piece of music in front of them, they can play it like you've played a song your whole life. Guitar players don't know piss. So what they cling to is the nonsense of, oh, this tube does this and this does this. Oh, really? Well, why is it no matter what you play, you sound like ass? It has nothing to do with the tubes. It has nothing to do with it. Oh, this guitar is made of mahogany. It's going to have a warmer sound. You know what's going to have a warm sound? Everything when I poke your fucking eardrums out. You're driving me nuts.
That's hilarious.
It's true, though. They don't know shit. And it's like, you know what? Stop trying to figure out, oh, does this make the tone brighter? And fucking learn how to fucking read. Learn how to play a chart. Learn how to work on your ear. Hey, Johnny Bean, what's happening? So learn how to fucking play. And stop sitting there telling me that a fucking 6L6 is going to sound fucking different than a KT88.
So check this out.
KT88 is the kinkless tetrode. This is going to cause a... And the shit is all over Google. Like, you look up the difference between a 6L6 and a KT88. Instead of it telling you the actual physical difference in the tube, they'll be like, one is a little warmer. I'm like, you fucking morons.
Yeah.
What do you got there, John?
So take a look right in there. There's
what is that purple Marshall?
That is one of the Holly tones. So that's the JTM 45 with the 800 front end.
Oh, okay.
And then the one above
the Marshall Blue Ball.
That's the 2204. That's just a stock 2204.
Nice.
So the reason I'm bringing this up is because, okay, so I got both of these heads back here. Both of them run EL34s. Both of them are basically 50 watts. Both of them have 2204 front end to it. The only difference between the circuit, literally, is one's tube rectified, one's not, and the one that is tube rectified has a fixed depth circuit instead of a pot to control the resonance. Now, that said, they sound no different at all to my wife. And to me,
correct.
To me, they sound no different, but they feel different.
Right.
And
you like this? You like the solid state rectifier better?
I actually do, yeah.
Of course. Anybody would.
The tube rectified one feels more. I would argue it feels more refined. Like it's smoother as you play it. It feels like there's more compression. It's almost like track ready, whereas the other one feels more like it's going to jump out of your hands. And I like that. I like that better. But my point is not, hey, look how different these amps are. My point is, you hear all these idiots talking about, oh, JTM 45 was this or that, and this thing was that, and then here's a 2204 was way higher gain. Dude, they sound the same.
Yeah.
I feel it different because I'm really tuned into this crap, but I'm the only one in the room when I'm playing it that can tell there's any difference. If you put them on a track and you put drums on that track, ain't nobody gonna know. Nobody.
Yeah, and the funny thing, like with the Stevie Ray Vaughan thing with the 13 strings, you can use 9s and sound like Stevie Ray if you know how to dial in some tone. First of all, get 2 vibe reverbs and 1 super reverb and line them. I mean, and let me just tell you, his vibe reverbs, he used to modify them all to have solid state rectifiers because they're less what's the word I'm looking for? They're more reliable.
Yeah.
Than a tube. And but will you be able to tell the difference? Maybe from what I heard in the vibe reverb that the rectifier is really close to something that heats up and it causes problems, but you're better off getting it switched. But other than that, I don't know if I could tell the difference. Maybe the way it feels if it's next to each other, but when you put me on something for the first time and I'm just playing it, I'm either going to like it or not. You know?
Sure.
And the thing is, no matter what Stevie Ray plays, no matter what fucking Billy Gibbons plays, they always sound like them.
Well, Hitler had all of his generals trying to figure out what pedals Stevie Ray was using.
I love that.
I've seen that.
He just couldn't nail it. He was
I love that. That video's gold. Whoever dubbed that video, that was genius.
Oh, it's the best.
That's got to be one of those clips from Downfall.
Yeah,
I fucking love that. Whenever they did that.
Is that the name of the movie that it's from?
The movie was Downfall.
No, it was Inglourious Bastards.
No,
it's not.
No, it's Downfall.
What?
Yes, it's not Inglourious Bastards.
Inglourious Bastards.
Did I see a different?
I don't think did they show Hitler in Inglourious Bastards?
Yeah, they do in the theater. When he walks in dead, then he gets his face shot up. Sorry if I spoiled that.
Yeah, it's Downfall.
Like fucking 14.
Spoiler alert.
Really?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, that was so big at one point, like a decade ago, that the studio started taking down the videos people were making, and the director got on the studio's ass and said, "Don't stop them. I fucking love this, and it's free publicity."
Nah,
yeah.
He gets it.
Unless you guys saw a different version of this, I'm not convinced that you're right.
Yeah, it's the one with the tube screamer.
Right.
The one you're talking about, they've done it to 100 different things. They've done the tube screamer. They've done...
Yeah, Hitler struggles to nail Stevie Ray's tone. It's from Downfall. Yeah, I'm going to post a link to the video.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. I want to see...
Yeah, it's Downfall.
It's always
Definitely.
Downfall. Hey,
it's the same movie. They do it all the time.
Yep.
Is it just yeah, maybe that. Yeah, I wonder if it's the same actor that played Hitler in both movies. He looks
maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up now.
Both of them did a good job casting Hitler, so it looks like.
Oh yeah, well this guy got real good.
This guy's great. They're like Bruno Gans in many things. Yeah, it was Hitler in Inglourious Bastards. That was Hitler in Downfall.
Hey Hugh, how you doing?
Bruno Gans.
Oh, was he? Yeah. Was he was Hitler in both movies?
No, I'm joking.
No,
I'm
no.
saying
I thought you were saying.
No, imagine if it was. And they're like, "What's your background?" Well, I played Hitler in this movie, Hitler in that movie. If you guys need a Hitler, I'm the dude.
I love when they always have to break it to Hitler when he goes, "Oh, finally, I'll nail Stevie Ray's tone once and for all," and all the they're looking at each other like nervous.
Oh, it's so good. It really is hilarious.
He died in 2019.
The tone is in your hands, and you don't have Stevie Ray's hands.
Oh, it's so great. And the women who look so nervous when he's screaming, it's so great.
Hey, get
That
this.
guy
He's
deserves
played
an
the Pope. He's played the Pope as well in the
He
Vatican.
was a great actor. He was a great
Yeah,
actor.
who is
That's
it?
a conflict. That's a conflict of
Yeah,
interest.
Bruno Gans.
Bruno Gans. Never heard of him.
He's a German actor.
You know who else I like that died was Pete
Actually, I don't think he
Postlethwaite.
is.
Who?
He's a Swiss actor.
Postlethwaite?
No, Swiss. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, it's the guy that played him.
Yeah, he's
in,
been he was Kobayashi in The Usual Suspects.
Exactly. It's great.
in Inglorious Bastards. The actor's name is Martin Wuttke, something like that. Anyway, yeah, my bad.
All good. All good.
My
They all look like Hitler.
sincere
I mean-
Apologies to everyone.
I understand the
exactly.
confusion. They
Yeah.
all have that
You
little
see my
mustache.
friend? He is this tall. You see my friend?
Exact-
He's this tall?
Wait. Don't take that picture.
Gilbert Gottfried. Wait, don't
Exactly.
take that picture.
I love that bit. All right. So, what else is happening, gents? Anything? What about? Did anyone watch any horror movies over Halloween last week? I'm trying to think if I did.
I watched
John, what did you watch?
I suggested a couple of movies last week.
I
remember
took the
told you-
children. I took the children to go and see Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh,
How was it?
horrible.
It wasn't good. I would say it's probably better if you're a little kid, but the reality was like the whole movie was sort of telegraphed. Like you knew what was coming all the time. So
Right.
it wasn't great.
And it was too long. Ugh,
If you want to
no.
see a real horror show, check this out. If you,
What-
the
what is
Earthquaker
that?
devices plumes. And
what is it?
It's I don't know, some sort of an overdrive pedal.
Looks very boutiquey.
Plumage.
I bought it like a week ago and I still haven't even plugged it in. But it's
That means
It's
you
very
got a
pretty.
problem.
the printing that they use is just awful. You can't see it,
Yeah.
but like it looks cheap. It's like
They always have weird.
yeah, their printing sucks. It's not the artwork itself. The artwork could be okay, but like the quality of the print is garbage.
Yeah.
They
All right. So,
probably-
Because
what
they're
did you
priming the
watch,
snow
Joe?
look good.
What did you watch for Halloween? Anything?
Yeah, well, I saw the Five Nights at Freddy. That was horrible. Remember, I recommended really, really great fucking movie. Ready or Not, love that fucking movie.
I'll have to watch it.
I watched Feast 2 and 3 so I could finish out the trilogy.
Oh, you know what I watched? I watched A Knock on the Cabin.
Oh, what'd you think of that?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was at least entertaining. A little
Joe,
long.
that
but-
wasn't a glowing question. Joe's like, oh, what'd you think of that?
Joe, what did you think of it?
It was okay.
I thought it was just okay. But I'll tell you what I watched after that was the next night I watched Casino Royale, which I had never seen. The
Oh, okay.
remake.
Mhm.
Daniel Craig. Movie sucks.
Oh, and then remember, I also said check out that movie Malignant. It's fucking crazy.
Is it me? Am I the only one thinking this guy's spending $1 billion to chase down 100 million?
That's funny.
I
So-
thought it was absurd.
I think RL had this talk with me before where he's like, Daniel Craig's a great Bond. I don't see it. I've watched all of the Daniel Craig Bonds. I don't like any of them.
The movies are terrible. This RL said that the one I watched was the best one. And I'm like, well, I'm not watching anymore. That's it.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It was terrible.
Somebody's asking, have you seen Terrified?
Never seen Terrified
Yes.
2.
I think you mean Terrifier.
Terrifier.
Terrifier 1 and 2.
Where, with the clown?
The clown.
I haven't
It's
seen it yet.
they're fucking insane.
Just gory.
I like them. Yeah, I like them.
Are you going to go and see
So,
Yeah,
that?
highlight.
Cheech
Are you
says
gonna go
Roger
see
Moore.
Thanksgiving?
Roger. No.
Joe's gonna go
I'd see it if it's
Thanksgiving.
on. No, he'll download it.
I don't. Yeah, I download everything.
Well,
Roger
all
Moore's
right.
good, but I mean, like, it's Sean Connery.
Let me tell you, if you're looking for a good bootleg, Jerry shoots some great stuff. Guys, you remember that Seinfeld episode?
Yeah.
Well, RL's not agreeing with what you said, John.
No, he's saying
where is Jerry?
But anyways, it wasn't good. Daniel Craig, it's like, I don't know if I like him or dislike him as a Bond, but I will say this. Roger Moore, was originally the intended Bond.
Really?
And he couldn't, and he was doing the Saint TV show and wouldn't leave.
Oh, yeah.
So they got Sean Connery.
Yeah,
and then when
that fucking lorry driver from friggin' Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Hold on a sec. Wasn't there a James Bond before Sean Connery as well? Like he did one movie, maybe?
Well, it wasn't by the same
kind of.
Yeah, that wasn't the same. It was the same character, but not from the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Connery did it, then Lazenby did it, then Connery did it, and then they brought in Roger Moore in '73 for Live and Let Die.
Live and Let Die was good.
I'm less of a fan of Bond and more of a fan of Inspector Spacetime.
So I made a joke in one of my stories on Facebook. I said, I talked about the carnivore diet, and I said, this is the main thing of the diet. If you know, you know. And I had a picture of High Fat, the arch enemy of the man with the golden gun. Guy's name is High Fat.
That's funny.
Oh yeah, Christopher Plummer.
I'm thinking, woo.
He was a real badass.
Woo, Pete on the rug, man. I watched Big Lebowski the other day.
Oh,
Great fucking movie.
You've never seen that? Is that good?
Oh, it's incredible.
Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah.
Kovar's always talking about that movie.
Jimmy just said he never saw that before.
I know.
Kovar enjoyed Big Lebowski. I'm very surprised.
No, he.
And by surprised, I mean I'm not.
Right.
Oh, okay.
No, it's a great movie. It's right up Kovar's alley. All right, so a few things. Joe emailed me the other day, or messaged me, I should say, and said he got emailed a list that we would really enjoy. And I agree with him. I thought it was a great list. I don't know anything about the list, but I came up with my own list to go against the list.
Well, you know the name of the list. You know the theme.
Yes. You could tell everyone the name of the list.
Oh, it's just the best album from each year of the 70s.
Right. Which we've done many times on my show as a private thing. Like I've done episodes like where Hugh and I discussed 1979. But it'll be good to go over this. Let's go over this list. Let's take a look at this.
Now, also just want to add in, earlier today, I got another email. Now, these are lists that are from the MTV, and I'm on the mailing list. MeTV, not MTV. Fuck
yeah.
MTV. And today they have another follow-up going, the best album from each year of the 80s. So we have that.
Which would be very interesting, because I'm sure me and Bingham will have different ones for that. 70s, I think we're all going to be pretty much.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your opinion is on 1980. There is a right answer.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a right answer.
I know what Bingham's going to say. I have to disagree with him.
That's all right.
I don't think Back in Black. I know you're going to say Back in Black. I knew it. I could see it 100 miles away.
Of course.
Hello,
and it's a phenomenal record. And I would have to sit and go through it in my head because Heaven and Hell came out and I had bought both those years. And Women and Children First that summer came out for Van Halen, and British Steel came out for Judas Priest. It's a toughie. Yeah. It's tougher than you think.
Yeah. And all three of those combined didn't sell 50 million records.
Oh, I agree. I agree. Back in Black's going to be tough.
Yeah,
but I think
the metrics put it in its spot. Anyway, let's do the 70s.
Okay, let's do the 70s. I knew you were going to be on that 80 when I knew it.
Oh, how can you not? I actually texted my band this morning. I'm like, how in the world do you write a perfect record, sell 9 million copies, have your singer die, hire a new singer 2 weeks later, make another perfect record, and sell 50 million albums?
Yeah.
You can't do it. It'll never be done again.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Hey, Howie.
Hey. Howie Simon's there. What's happening, Howie?
Howie's going to tell us that it's a
Yo,
purple
man.
record, or rainbow or something.
Okay.
What did we miss,
Oh,
Howard?
I had a student today. We were going over the Whitesnake Ready and Willing album. Fantastic. Howie turned me on to that album fucking 10, 15 years ago. All right, let's hear this list.
Okay. Was the 70s the definitive decade for music fans? It seems like those 10 years gave us absolutely everything. So many artists, so many genres, and so many sounds. We've done the hard part of compiling some of the biggest selling albums of each year. Now your job, our job, is the easy part. Pick one album from each year that we like the most. They'll say maybe we'll see a title that sends us back memory lane. Let them know if we missed albums from each year so we can email them and call them assholes when we hit the 80s. Okay, starting with 1970. Here are the choices.
Oh, there's choices.
I told you
good.
there was choices last week, and you said you were going to make
Black
your own
Sabbath
list.
albums came out.
I'm gonna make my own list. And okay, so for 1970, I have my album of the year. Okay.
All right.
Go on.
Here's
What's
the
the choices?
You got Simon and Garfunkel, Bridge Over Troubled Water. Led Zeppelin with Led Zeppelin 3. Black Sabbath with Paranoid. Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young with Deja Vu. And the Beatles with Let It Be.
Okay, let me just say this. My number one is in the list.
It's Simon and
And
Garfunkel.
I already know what
My
it is.
honorable mentions were Black Sabbath, Zeppelin
The first
3,
album.
and Bridge Over Troubled Water. My
Oh,
douchebag guess is what a douchebag would say would be Let It Be. But I say Paranoid.
Oh, really?
So you're picking
I
Paranoid.
thought you were going to go with Simon and
perfect
Garfunkel.
album.
I've heard
I thought you were going to pick Bridge Over Troubled Water.
It's not a perfect album. Now, let me tell you something. Keep the customers satisfied. The Only Living Boy in New York, the song Bridge Over Troubled Water. That album's fucking great. There's one or two songs I don't love. It's not a perfect album. It's great.
You want the percentage breakdown?
Eric Johnson said, let it be. Thanks, Dave. I'm saying that's what the douchebag collective, because first of all, it's not a good Beatles album. Let It Be is not even a good Beatles
It's a
album.
mishmash.
Nobody in the Beatles liked it except for Lennon, and it's not a good album. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead. What are you saying? Yeah, Joe, let me hear the percentages.
Okay, so 30% picked Simon and Garfunkel, 17% for Zeppelin. Sabbath and Crosby, Stills, and Nash got 10% each, and Beatles got 33%.
I'm right.
Yeah.
I was right. I said that douchebag list would pick Let It Be.
Yeah.
One of the Beatles' worst albums, and let me just say this, Let It Be, fuck you, isn't as good as McCartney 1, which also came out in 1970, and there isn't a song on Let It Be that touches Maybe I'm Amazed. Moving on.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good shit on Zeppelin 3.
Zeppelin 3 is great, but here's where it's not a perfect record. Hats off to Roy Harper. Fuck off. Song stinks. And everything else there's some good stuff. I'm not a huge fan of Tangerine.
Okay.
I think that's a pedestrian song.
Okay.
All right.
I think a perfect, but there's nothing on Paranoid that you can shade. I mean,
Isn't Tangerine off of Physical Graffiti?
If I said it's on Zeppelin 3, Jim, you must assume it's on Zeppelin 3.
This is correct.
You said Doors debut.
Ouch.
That was
Roasted.
in the 60s.
I'm just telling you. I say it's on Zeppelin 3. It's on Zeppelin 3.
Duly noted. Duly noted. Let me
On the
write that
Tiles is
down.
the best song on it. Hugh, That's the Way is a very close second. All right, going on.
Okay.
Moving on.
Number 2 is 1971. Here are your
Fragile.
choices. Led Zeppelin 4, Led Zeppelin. Tapestry by Carole King. Aqualung by Jethro Tull. Four-Way Street by Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young.
Crosby,
and finally,
Stills, Nash, yeah. Again. Four-Way Street was a live album.
Can you let him finish? You're cutting him off.
I'm sorry.
And finally, The Doors, L.A. Woman.
Okay, let me just tell you what my honorable mentions were, because my honorable mentions are way better than this list. Sticky Fingers
Sure.
from the Stones.
Yeah.
Who's next from the Who?
Ooh.
Yes, Fragile and Jethro Tull Aqualung. I'm wrong for the douchebag guess because the douchebag guess I put down was What's Going On from Marvin Gaye. My number one, my answer is Zeppelin 4, not up for debate.
Zeppelin 4 for sure.
Agreed.
Now, what's wrong? What's wrong with what's going on?
Nothing. It's got 4 good songs. There's 9 songs on the album.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, you've got Inner City Blues. You've got What's Going On. You've got Mercy Me. And maybe Fly On, Brother, whatever that song's called. Other than that, the rest of the stuff is all filler.
What don't you like on
everything other than
Fragile?
those. What's that?
What don't you like on Fragile?
Oh, I love it.
Like,
it's just not as good as Zeppelin 4.
I know what he doesn't like on Fragile, the guitar tone.
Yeah, there you go. That blew it for him.
All right.
I'll tell you right now, Steve Howe's guitar tone's genius on Asia live in 1983 at Budokan. Look it up on YouTube. That concert's incredible.
Where are we at on Maggot Brain?
Ooh, it's a great record, but
I just know the cover. I don't know if I even know the record.
Okay, Can You Get to This is a great song. Hit It and Quit It's a great song. You and Your Folks, Me and My Folks is a great song. The song Maggot Brain is not great. The recording of it sucks. All right, go on, Joe.
Here's the percentage breakdown. 24% said Led Zeppelin 4. 11% said Aqualung. 9% Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. 20% for LA Woman. And 35% picked Carole King Tapestry.
Tapestry won?
Yes.
That's absurd.
Well, it's not a win. It's who... What,
right, but I'm saying because that's perfect for the douchebag list. Again, that's another album with 3 or 4 great songs, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, she's the greatest." Yeah, she's so great. That's why you never heard another thing from her after that.
Okay,
hey, Carol, we need you to do vocals. Make sure you have a cold. You ever hear the way she sings? It always sounds like she's fucking.
Oh, God.
I got allergies. Okay,
right,
go on.
Number 3, 1972. Here are your album choices. Harvest by Neil Young. The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, David Bowie. A Song for You from the Carpenters. Hot August Night by Neil Diamond. And Machine Head by Deep Purple.
No Steely Dan?
You can't buy a thrill, right?
Now, hold on. Let me give you my honorable mentions. My honorable mentions for 1972 are Something Anything from Todd Rundgren and Can't Buy a Thrill from Steely Dan. And my douchebag guess is what I thought somebody would say was Machine Head from Deep Purple. And my album of the year is from a band you guys won't believe it that I think has the album of the year. It is Yes, Close to the Edge.
That's a good album.
That's your favorite, yeah.
But don't
how is it Rundgren wasn't even in contention? How the hell wasn't Rundgren even in contention?
First of all, Something Anything from Rundgren, the double album, and there isn't a bad song on that double album. It's fantastic.
What are we choosing on here?
I was so close to giving that the edge.
What do you want to choose? What are we choosing on this list, on this particular year?
I would have close to the edge, so nothing for me. Machine Head.
What was the list again for 72?
Machine Head's the closest to perfect.
Machine Head.
Oh, right. Ziggy Stardust was a good album.
It's a good album. You got 6 good songs. You got 5 years. You got moving. There's like 6 or 7 great songs on that album. There's a couple of dogs, but it's mainly a good album.
Here's how we break down.
Hold on, Eric Johnson. Honky Chateau is very good. I don't think it's as good as the 2 albums before it, which is Tumbleweed Connection and Madman Across the Water. But not every song on that album is great. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, here's the percentage breakdown. 16% voted for Harvest, Neil Young. 17% David Bowie. 20% Neil Diamond. 17% Machine Head. And 30% of the vote went to the Carpenters, A Song for You.
God. Now, what gay publication was this posted in?
This next year is a hard fucking year.
I think it's the easiest.
Blue Boy magazine.
73 for me is going to be like 1980 to John Bingham. Let's go.
Okay, here's your choices. Pink
I'm looking
Floyd,
at the list right now.
Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh, he's cheating. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. Elton John, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. Led Zeppelin, Houses of the Holy. Paul McCartney and Wings, Band on the Run. Billy Joel, Piano Man.
Okay, so let me give you my honorable mentions. Quadrophenia was in my honorable mentions. House of the Holy from Zeppelin, Band on the Run from Wings, and Trace Hombres from ZZ Top.
Oh, ZZ
Oh, yeah.
Top.
My number one is easily Dark Side of the Moon. It
Has to
cannot
be.
be. It's a perfect record. It can't be. I mean,
And that's what's going to be number one on the list, too.
Wrong.
oh wait, let me see what I had
Really?
for my douchebag pick. Hold on,
Yeah.
let me see what my douchebag pick was. My douchebag pick is Elton John's "Goodbye Yellow Brick Road," but I didn't see the list, so I was
No,
just going off the.
Okay, 30% went to the douchebag pick. Elton John's Yellow Brick Road. 29%.
Oh, it wasn't there.
Went to Pink Floyd. Led Zeppelin got 8%. Paul McCartney and Wings got 19%, and Billy Joel got 14%.
What won?
I just told you that the douchebag pick, Elton John.
And
I'm fucking unbelievable
There you
at
go.
this.
one of my favorite records of this this year got 0.00004% of the vote, and that is "Selling England by the Pound."
Great record.
It's really good.
Great.
But yeah,
I love the early Genesis.
I understand if they poll 600 people or 600,000 people, only 3 of them are saying "Selling England by the Pound."
Let me just say this about Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, because I love the album. Gray Seal, Candle in the Wind, fucking Funeral for a Friend, All the Girls Love Alice. But there's a couple in harmonies on this album. It's not a perfect album. There's still some songs you're going to fast forward through on the second record. I'm sorry. But Dark Side of the Moon is a blowaway.
Yeah,
All I'm saying.
Every
you won't
time,
you won't get any debate from me. I think that's probably the winner.
every time I see what the percentage voted for, I'm about to do the thing like Hitler with the glasses. Every fucking time.
Shaking. Oh, that actor's fucking great.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna
Okay,
pull that clip.
1974.
The two best Queen albums.
1974, we have Your Choices Are Not Fragile by Bachman Turner Overdrive, Back Home by John Denver, Get Your Wings by Aerosmith, Endless Summer by the Beach Boys, and Crime of the Century by Supertramp.
I almost put that as my number one. Let me just give you my, because I went blind. All I was told was albums of 70s. So 74, honorable mention, I gave The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, Tom Waits, The Hardest Saturday Night, Aerosmith, Get Your Wings, and Zapper apostrophe. The douchebag guests, I thought they were going to have Joni Mitchell, Court and Spark, and the album of the year for me is Sheer Heart Attack.
Not even on the list.
For me, it's between Queen 2
Yeah,
and
Queen, Sheer Heart Attack.
I always say Queen 2's.
Really?
Queen 2 always beats out Sheer Heart Attack for me by a minute.
Where are we at on Pretzel Logic?
It's my least favorite Steely Dan album.
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
These
third album it
pretzels
is.
are making me thirsty.
I think
Okay.
it pales next to Countdown to Extinction, Countdown Ecstasy.
Countdown to
And it
Extinction
pales-
is a good record.
I know, but and it also pales to Katie Lied. All right, Joe, what do we got for the what's the list percentage?
Hang on.
I had to kill a fucking ant.
Where are we at on Kiss? Kiss
ain't on here.
That's
The first
1974.
album.
I know.
That's
I
73.
love the album, but I can't. It's not a perfect record. There's love theme from Kiss ruins that record. Or Kissing Time.
Okay, the percentage breakdown was 17% Bachman Turner Overdrive, 22% John Denver, 18% Aerosmith, 13% went to Supertramp, and the winner with 30% was the Beach Boys. I should say the most popular of the vote.
That's the most retarded one of them all.
What was the Beach Boys record?
Endless Summer.
That's a bigger douchebag comment than my Court and Spark, because Court and Spark's a great record, but still. All right, 75.
75 is a lot of good albums here. We got Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here, Led Zeppelin, Physical Graffiti, Aerosmith, Toys in the Attic, Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run, and Fleetwood Mac.
Okay, let me give you my honorable mentions. One of These Nights by the Eagles. Born to Run from Bruce. Katie Lied from Steely Dan. And my douchebag guess didn't make the cut. It was Bob Dylan, Blood on the Tracks.
Oh, God.
My album of the year, I go with Physical Graffiti.
Got to put Night at the Opera in there, too.
For what? For last place?
Very
It stinks.
influential.
Maybe influential, but it's not even the best Queen record. And there's 2 or 3
I'm not saying
tracks
it's the
on it.
best Queen record.
Yeah, but it doesn't belong.
All right. What do you think the
I mean, when you
douchebag
take
choice
you gotta
was?
take perfect records from. I love Queen. Don't get me wrong, and I love that album, but you can't put it against a band that puts their best album forward and hits it out of the park. I mean, Sheer Heart Attack won it for me the year
it'll be
before.
better than the Hipster Doofus pick that friggin'
100%. 100%.
I like Toys in the Attic, but I know it's not a perfect
And I can't
record.
stand
There's
Bruce
a little bit of
Springsteen. I like Born to Run. The song.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Adam's Apple and Uncle Salty aren't my favorites.
All right.
Going
Percentage
on.
breakdown: 13% went to Pink Floyd, 10% went to Led Zeppelin, the lowest percentage on the list for this year. 16% went to Aerosmith, 28% went to Bruce Springsteen, and the most popular choice of this list, 33% went to Fleetwood Mac.
It's a good album by Fleetwood Mac. It's fucking great, but it's not better than Physical Graffiti.
No.
Give me a fucking
Physical Graffiti is great.
Yeah, that would have to be the
2 records of awesome.
All right, go on.
All
76.
right, 1976. Here are your album choices: Hotel California by the Eagles, Boston by Boston, Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap by AC/DC, Bob Seger Night Moves, and Arrival by ABBA.
Can we go over
Okay.
those again real quick? I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hotel California, the Eagles, Boston by Boston, Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap by AC/DC, Night Moves by Bob Seger, and Arrival by ABBA.
Okay, for me,
There's
honorable.
an honorable mention that should be on this list because it's a perfect record. Jailbreak, Thin Lizzy, 76.
Great record.
Fuck everybody.
I have 3 or 4 my honorable mentions are Steely Dan, The Royal Scam, Led Zeppelin Presence, Stevie Wonder Songs in the Key of Life, Hotel California, Boston's first album, and Aerosmith Rocks, which is their best album. My douchebag guess, I'm going to say they picked Boston, and it's really not a douchebag guess. It's just an obvious. It's a great album. For me, the album of the year is Billy Joel Turnstiles.
Okay, here's the percentage breakdown. ABBA got 8%, AC/DC got 9%, Bob Seger got 11%, Boston got 20%, and the Eagles got 53%. That's the most
Hotel
deciding
California.
we've seen in any one of these
It's
years.
a great
so far.
album. There isn't a bad song on it. I mean, they wasted a little space doing Wasted Time reprise, but
All right.
anyways, yeah, Last Child's on Rocks, Fernwood. Okay, going to 77.
1977. We have Bat Out of Hell by Meatloaf.
That is
Saturday Night
77.
Fever by Bee Gees. Rumors by
Yeah.
Fleetwood Mac. The Stranger by Billy Joel. And Out of the Blue by Electric Light Orchestra.
Rumors.
Okay, let me just tell you how bullshit this list is. I'm going to do the honorable mentions. All in all, from Earth, Wind, and Fire, I have Rumors, I have Pink Floyd Animals, and I have The Stranger. I assumed they were going to pick Nevermind the Bollocks as the douchebag guess, and the best album that came out in 1977, which did not make this fucking list, is Steely Dan Asia, and it's not up for debate.
Well,
Steely Dan Asia is, I mean, it's amazing.
It's ridiculous.
Does it have Kid Charlemagne on it?
Is that their best record?
You can't argue with Fleetwood Mac though.
Steely Dan's best
Kid
record? Easily.
Charlemagne on it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Dave,
looking right now.
Does that have Kid Charlemagne? Which
no,
one
it's
has
got
that?
Black Cow, Josie,
Royal Scam has the
Deacon Blues, Peg,
Asia.
I Get the News, title track Asia, and Home at Last.
What record has that song that goes?
Otostafa?
I don't know the name of it.
Sing it again. Oh, it is Bodhisattva. That's on Countdown to Extinction. Countdown to
Sorry,
Ecstasy.
I
On
can't
that mess.
out.
Hey, I get an award for that. From
All right, here's the percentage.
Oh, maybe he is
breakdown.
doing Any Major Dude.
Oh,
I never seen you looking so bad, my funk. That's on Katie Lied. Okay, go on, Joe.
What about
Oh no, it's on. Wait, is Any Major Dude? I think it's on Pretzel Logic. It's on one of those. Any World That I'm Welcome To is on Katie Lied. All right, let's go, Joe.
Okay, percentage breakdown. 8% went to Billy Joel, The Stranger. 9% went to ELO, Out of the Blue. 31% went to Fleetwood Mac, Rumors. 18% went to My Choice, Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell. And 33% most popular went to Saturday Night Fever by the Bee Gees.
Huh.
That's understandable. But honestly, you don't have Earth, Wind, and Fire all in all or Steely Dan Asia. Asia's the greatest album of that year. I'm sorry. Did all the guitars. Okay, going on. 78.
1978, we have
This is gonna be
Blondie,
tough.
Parallel Lines, Dire Straits, Rod Stewart, Blondes Have More Fun, Van
What?
Halen with Van Halen, and
Van
Billy
Halen.
Joel, 52nd Street.
Where the fuck's the Cars?
Okay, let me just, or Devo or anything good. Let me just, or
Yeah.
Van Halen 1 or the Police first album. Let me just say my
Van
honorable
Halen.
mentions. Devo, Are We Not Men? Van Halen 1, The Police, This Year's Model from Elvis Costello, City to City from Jerry Rafferty, but seriously, folks, from Joe Walsh, and Blue Valentines by Tom Waits. My douchebag guess was going to be The Darkness on the Edge of Town, and for me, album of the year is The Cars.
I'll buy that for $1.
I Am, I
for
believe, is
$1.
79, isn't it? I think I Am is 79, Hugh.
Can we also
Where's
throw
Technical
honorable
Ecstasy?
mention?
Where's Never Say Die?
How about honorable mention to Double Vision?
Ooh,
Oh, yeah, and Some Girls. Did I say Some Girls from the Rolling Stones? That
You
too.
did. You did
No,
now.
you didn't say
You
that.
look,
Good
yeah.
enough.
Yeah,
But and you're a big fan of Blue
Television's fucking awesome.
You're also a big fan of Blue Valentine, if I remember correctly.
I said that one, yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
you did. I
You're
missed
running
Yeah.
on empty.
Yeah, but wouldn't
Oh,
Okay,
Running
so
on Empty,
wait.
77, I believe.
what did you
No,
say?
that's 78. I just looked it up.
What
I
record
believe
did
it's
you say gets the
77.
pick?
Look up the year.
This one
But it was
says
released.
78.
What record did you say gets the pick?
I said the Cars' first album.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. I mean,
Although I
it's
would
incredible.
concede to Van Halen, I would concede to the Police's
Oh.
first album.
Yeah.
That Blondie album, Parallel Lines, is not as good as her next album, Eat to the Beat. So I take
Eat the
offense.
Beat is good. Okay, here's the
Dave, you're
percentage.
right. The list I was looking at was wrong.
Oh, I am?
Hard
When
to
I
argue
looked
with
up,
Van
yeah.
Halen 1.
Here is
Did I
the
tell-
percentage breakdown. We have tied at 13%, Blondie and Rod Stewart. Dire Straits at 17%. Billy Joel got 24%. And surprisingly, Van Halen got 33%.
Van Halen wins, huh?
Van Halen wins.
I'm all right with that.
Okay, 79. This is going to be tough.
1979, final year on the list. We have Pink Floyd, The Wall. Bee Gees,
Oh.
Spirits Have Flown.
Great record, but no.
Michael Jackson, Off the Wall.
That's on my
Super Tramp, Breakfast in America. And finally,
That's a great album.
on a highway to hell, it's AC/DC.
Okay, let me just say this. Let me give you my honorable mentions. Again, I did this on the blind. Off the Wall, Eat to the Beat, Cars, Candio, Breakfast in America, Tom Petty, Damn the Torpedoes, and Cheap Trick, Dream Police. I assumed the deadbeat douchebag guess was going to be Rust Never Sleeps from Neil Young. And my number one, I have a tie at number one, which I did not see either one in this list. I have Ricky Lee Jones' first album and Devo Duty Now for the Future as my tie for 79.
That's a great album. I think they're going to say Off the Wall is going to be number
Cold
one.
Roses, The Holdout is 1980.
They're going to say Off the Wall is number one.
I'm a very obvious. You can see me a mile away. AC/DC,
AC/DC,
of course, is my
for
pick
John.
because it is a perfect record. There's not a bad song on it.
Is Get It Hot on that album?
Yeah,
Would you like to retract your last statement? I've been
don't
watching
ha-
too much Perry Mason.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't know what
All
to tell
right,
you.
it's Perry would just say, "Are you sure?" All right, it sucks. It sucks.
Your final answer.
Dave, what was Bingham doing yesterday at 2:10 p.m.?
Let me get Paul Drake. He'll tell me everything Bingham did for the last 4 days, every second, every.
I'm going to throw
You ever
honorable
watch,
mention.
you ever watch Perry Mason?
Sometimes.
Not forever.
Oh,
Honorable
the-
mention to Thin Lizzy's Black Rose record, which I really like. There is a
Great
bad
record.
song. There's a bad song on there though called S&M. It's just dumb as shit.
Yeah.
But
What's it
do
about,
anything
Dave?
you want to do is great. What a
Great song.
Here is the percentage breakdown. With 10% was the Bee Gees, Spirits Have Flown. 18% Supertramp, Breakfast in America. 20% went to AC/DC, Highway to Hell. Michael Jackson off the wall with 23%, and winning this popularity contest with 31% was Pink Floyd, The Wall.
That's terrible.
That was my vote. So
what's your contention with The Wall?
I just don't think it's a great record. I think there's a lot of good songs on it, and then there's a lot of like Roger Waters just fucking lathering up that fucking talking jacket off on the fucking record. It sucks.
The bomb.
Does anybody here remember Vera Lynn? I remember her. She sucks.
Hey, is that
money.
Remember?
So Joe Jackson's album "Look Sharp" comes out.
Great record.
Oh yeah,
is that the one that has that song?
Sunny day.
What's
is she really going out with him?
Is she really going out with him? Is that Joe Jackson?
Yeah, that's on that album.
What's that other song that he has where I'm convinced
moving out tonight?
No, Sunday Papers.
The dun 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 dun.
That's later.
Moving on.
No, he's talking about stepping out.
Stepping out
from the Night and Day album.
That's Night and
Day. I'm convinced.
Yeah, that was later. That was way later.
I'm convinced that he is pitchy as fuck over that whole recording.
He's pitching on everything.
Yeah,
awful.
he's
all
not.
right, Randy Jackson.
Greatest singing voice.
You're pitchy, dog. You're pitchy.
Yo, dog, I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, but you know what? You guys do you. You do.
All right.
You.
So what was the number one in '79?
The Wall.
Pink Floyd, The
The
Wall.
Wall. That stinks.
AC/DC.
All right, let's go to the '80s list.
Well, let me put Michael to bed, and then we'll do the '80s. So give me like 5 minutes.
All right, do your thing.
Intermission.
Sing a lullaby.
Regata de Blanc. That's
that was '79. That's a great record. Also '79. Let me just think.
The Dream Police.
Great record. I also think the Kinks' One for the Road came out in '79, and Low Budget did in '79. That's a great record. In Through the Outdoors '79 from Zeppelin. I hate Hot Dog. I think Hot Dog's a throwaway song. I just think it's a throwaway song. It's just a throwaway song, though.
It's like a hats off to Roy Harper.
Oh, that song's the worst.
I'm sort of surprised that London Calling from The Clash isn't one of the douchebag picks.
Yeah.
Oh, it should have been.
I believe you'd say that's the hipster doofus. Pick, right?
Well, you know where I get that from? Didn't Elaine call Kramer a hipster doofus?
Yeah. Was that in the episode where she had rabies?
I don't know which episode it was. Today I watched the one when we saw Jane topless. What? We all did. And Jerry's behind him going, I should tell them for.
My favorite
I can't get
episode
to
is
sleep.
Nazi.
That's a good one. Mulligatawny.
Especially at night.
It's a good episode. There's a lot of great episodes. But 79. So let's think what came out in 1980. What competes with Back in Black?
Sabbath.
Heaven and Hell's going to be the closest, in my opinion. I haven't given it much thought because he told me the 80s
Class come out in 1980.
78. What a state?
No,
British Steel came out in 80.
All right, British Steel.
Remain.
The pretend. Yeah, the Zenyatta stinks. The River's good,
Women and
but
Children
not great.
First.
Point of Entry is 81. Fernwood. Eat to the Beat at 79.
Yeah, Dave's favorite Van Halen album.
Pretender's debut is fantastic. That's Blizzard
81.
I think it was released in England in 80.
Ace of Spades.
Yeah, I think we got
Diary
this
of a
discussion
Madman.
before. Yeah, I think it was England
Gaucho.
80 and US.
Yeah,
81.
Gaucho's okay. I mean, I'm just comparing everything to Back in Black.
Closer,
Back in Black.
Joy Division, Peter Gabriel.
How about this,
self-titled.
John? I remember when I got Back in Black in 1980, and the album had only been out for like a week. That's what's crazy. I was 12.
You bought copy number 1 million after the week.
Yeah. It was unbelievable. I remember when the first time putting it on and Hell's Bells came on, and I was like 12 years old. I was 12. I'm like,
Permanent Waves.
Is the shit. Permanent Waves is 1980. Freedom of Choice by Devo is 1980.
Which
Queen the Game is excellent. 1980.
What songs are on that Devo record?
Howie Simon, Damn Straight, 1980. Michael Schenker Group's first album. Are you high tonight? Are you I love that fucking record. The only thing I can't stand is whatever that keyboard sound is in the intro to Cry for the Nations. Goo, 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 goo. It's like the island music. Anyone know what I'm talking about?
Like steel drums, you mean?
Yeah. But it sounds like a keyboard because there's like a couple of notes being played.
How about Duke?
I'll have to miss that.
There must be
Duke by Genesis is okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's not a lot of great on that record.
No, I see.
Ready and Willing, Howie. Ready and Willing is 1980.
I'm looking right now. I see 2 good songs on that record.
Yeah, Understanding and don't tell me the other one. Man in the Corner?
I turn it on.
Oh, Turn It On. That's right. Man in the Corner is on the next one.
Again. What about the Gap Band 3?
Ooh.
See, everything's been revolving around rock music. Nobody's brought up any of this other good shit.
On me.
Well, I'll tell you a great record that came out in 80 in the R&B world was Teddy Pendergrass' TP record.
You had a record called Toilet Paper?
Yeah, exactly. Emotional Rescue, very good.
Where are you at on Grace Jones' Warm Leatherette?
I'm where everybody else is, throwing it in the garbage.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Garbage.
Throwing it in the... I'm not buying the record like the rest of the world.
How about this album by Pat Benatar called Crimes of Passion, where she looks like...
what a fantastic album.
But that's her front of the record. She just looks like a skinny Sylvester Stallone without any muscle mass.
Right.
Is she wearing that rolled up headband underneath her hair?
In all fairness, Stallone has a bigger rack.
Right?
Thank you. Oh, Making Movies, Bendeo. That's a great one, too. Prince, Dirty Mind. And that's Prince's best album. But let me just tell you, Prince's best album isn't making the list, but it is his best album. Making Movies, it's Dire Straits' best album. Still not making the list. Still not. There's too much good stuff.
Does it have Waterline on it?
No.
No.
Waterline, I think, is on the second one, isn't it? On Communicad or Communique, whatever it's called. I think.
I'm not sure. I thought it was on
I like Making Movies doesn't have Waterline. Making Movies has Romeo and Juliet, Espresso Love, Skate Away. It's a great record, but doesn't make the list.
What about Hall and Oates?
No.
Hall and Oates Voices. You make my dreams come true. Woo.
Oh, Jay Giles Love Stinks is 1980. Wow. Armed and Ready. Yeah, that's the opening track, I believe, on Are You High Tonight? On MSG. On the Michael Schenker Group, the first record, not the MSG record. 1980's tough. Like I said, you've got to topple Back in Black. What's the weakest song on Back in Black, guys? What's your opinion? Weakest song. And if anyone says you should be all night long, you will not be taken seriously.
Maybe let me put my love into you.
I fucking love that song. Are you kidding me?
It might be the weakest one.
No.
Let me put
way better than What Do You Do for Money, Honey?
Oh,
it's also better than Shake a Leg.
Business as usual, my friends.
It's also better than Shake a Leg.
Bingham. That's good.
Oh, I like the riff in Shake a Leg. I like it.
Oh, what's the one that's after when he goes? That's Giving the Dog a Bone.
I like that too. What if the weakest song was actually Hell's Bells?
No, it's not though.
I know Hell's Bells is a hit, but like it drags.
Oh, I love it. Ooh, excellent, Joe.
Ice Cold.
Hell's Bells? No,
Nice.
hell's. Well, here's a better question. What's the best song on the album? Everett Cummins just came out with it.
The title? The title? I don't know.
No, Shoot the Thrill.
Shoot the Thrill is great.
No.
Shoot the Thrill is absolutely great. But Back in Black title track might be the best song on the album. It's the only time I've ever listened to an episode of Rick Beato's What Makes This Song Great and been like, that I didn't know, I never thought of it, and I agree with you. When he was talking about Back in Black.
Right. And is that when you came out to your parents?
No, many years before that. I told my parents, I was like, I've been spending a lot of time with this guy, Dave Levine, on Dave's Guitar Channel.
At a place called the Roman
Right. And
Roman Holiday.
My mom goes, that guy sounds like a homo. And I was like, Mom.
Is he a homo? That's not the proper nomenclature.
Right.
All right, 1980, Joe. We've been gnawing at the bit.
1980s. Here are your album choices: AC/DC, Black in Black, REO Speedwagon, High Infidelity, Barbara Streisand, Guilty.
Oh, hold on a second.
Only a Jew's going to be like, oh, it's Streisand. Get out of here.
Bob Seger, Against the Wind, and finally Billy Joel, Glass Houses.
Glass Houses should not be on this list.
Here's a trivia
should
thing.
be on the list.
Here's a little bit of trivia. Bob Seger used to be a long distance runner, and the song "Against the Wind" is about exactly what it sounds like. Running.
Here's a trivia question for you. Find out who gives a shit. Thank you. Well, that's funny. Thank you.
Why is
All
Thriller
right, so let me
not
just
on the
say,
list? I figured Thriller would have been on the list just
Thriller-
because.
What? 1980?
Isn't it 80?
I was 80. Wasn't that
No,
83?
Thriller's like 82 or 83.
I
It
think
is?
Still was
83.
83.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's why it's not on the
83.
list.
I was totally 83.
Yeah. All right. So let's just say it's got to be Back in Black. It's not even close.
A lot of metal from this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even. I mean, Heaven and Hell should be on this list. Yeah, I mean, it's a fucking hard year. 80 is tough. Everybody brought their A game.
Okay.
Well, it's like, look, you can
When did
love
Billy
all
Squier
those
come out?
records, and I love every record you've brought up, but you're being a contrarian dickhead if you don't.
No, I'm not. I'm saying you can't beat it. I'm agreeing with you.
Yes, and that's. I'm not talking about you in general. I'm saying that anybody who disagrees with it, it's just you're not right. Sorry, you're not right. That's the one. You can't beat it.
It's just hard to argue what a impact that record had in 1980.
What
Isn't
record?
it? I mean, it's the single best selling hard rock album ever.
Hold on, let's think for a second.
More than
Back in
Guns N'
Black
Roses?
or Robin Lane and the Chartbusters?
What's that?
I just
I only got one
local
question.
band that had
I
one
got one
tiny hit
question
in
for
1980 in Boston.
Yeah,
got
but I
one
mean,
question for
there's a
Dave.
couple that sold more, right? Like I think maybe Thriller sold more or whatever.
Robin Lane.
or rock record, guitar rock. That's the one. Anyway,
Let me ask
Yeah,
Dave
Blizzard
a question, and we'll go to the percentages. Dave,
we going to
I'm
81.
thinking
picture.
all night that Dave's going to be breaking out that new clip and going, Jerry, what's your choice? And then show Jerry sleeping.
Right.
You didn't do it once.
I
I
love
know.
the Jerry clip.
That is fucking great.
Hold on.
Jerry,
Let me-
Jerry.
Jerry,
Be quiet. Don't wake him
they're
up.
asking for you.
Shh, don't wake him up. Hey, Jerry.
Jerry.
Hey, Jerry.
Hey, Jerry.
Jerry.
Hey there, Jerry boy.
Wake him up. Hey. What do you got to say?
What's your favorite of the 80s? All right, no choice.
All right. That was it.
Okay, Barbara Streisand got 6% of the vote. 18% went to REO Speedwagon. 19% went to Billy Joel. 22% went to Bob Seger. And the most popular went to AC/DC, 34%.
I may have to say, did the Jazz Singer come out in 1980?
Ooh, you're throwing a little Neil Diamond into the monkey wrench here.
I think it did.
That album's really tough to beat too. But no, Back in Black is the easy, ridiculous.
Yes, Jazz Singer 1980. Maybe it's been crazy. Maybe I'm to blame.
Oh, it's fucking gold. It's fucking gold. RL loves that. You know, the house that they live in is like right on the beach at like 28th and Oceanfront Park, Oceanfront Walk. All right, let's go.
1981. Here are your choices. Phil Collins, Face Value.
I'm just going to say honorable mention Moving Pictures.
Oh, more than honorable mention. It should be. It's up there.
I bet you it's not on the list.
What year?
81.
Oh, it won't be.
81.
81. It won't be on the list.
All right. 1981. The album choices of Phil Collins, Face Value, Men at Work, Business as Usual, Foreigner, 4, Barbara Streisand, Memories, and AC/DC. For those about to rock, we salute you.
All right, let me just say this. Barbara Streisand Memories is the greatest hits album. Absurd. I think it had one new song where she sang Memory from Cats. I only know this because I'm Jewish. You have to know the whole entire catalog of Barbara Streisand. You can't get by mitzvah. Next, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's not here. And I'm going to say, not Tattoo You, Hugh, but I'm going to say Billy Squier fucking Don't Say No should be on this list.
Yeah, there's not a bad song on that record. I love it.
That's great. Fantastic.
Does it have the Stroke on it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Howie says, for those about to rock, second, MSG is a fantastic album from 1981. Not a bad song. And one of my all-time favorite records. I will agree there. Never Trust a Stranger, But I Want More. Fucking Attack of the Mad Axemen. It's fucking great. You know the sound. It's a feeling. I love Gary Barnum's voice. Oh, yeah. Diary of a Madman's 81.
81 brings me chronologically speaking, the first Police record that I really love. Ghost of the Machine.
Ghost of the Machine.
Yeah.
That was the first one you liked?
Well, I'm not too big into like the white guy fake reggae shit. So yeah, this is when they got away from that.
Yeah. I agree with Howie on that MSG record. Oh, Journey Escape is 81. Oh.
Was the
Foreigner
record, does that have Jukebox Hero on it?
Yeah, that album stinks.
Foreigner 4?
Urgent Louis.
Isn't 4 the one that has I wanna know what love is?
Blow me.
I think that was
it's Waiting for a Girl Like You. On that. That's on the next one.
I've been waiting.
Yeah. The best song on I Don't Wanna Break It Up is on that album. That's the best song on that Foreigner record. All right, let's hear what's on. Did you tell us what's on this list yet?
Yeah.
Hey, that's
it all sucks.
Everett Cummings has a good point.
All right, let me give you the percentages.
About Leonard Skinner.
That's a greatest hits record. We don't count those.
All right. Here are the percentage breakdowns. At 9%, Barbara Streisand. Tied at 20%, Phil Collins and Men at Work. 22% AC/DC, and the most popular at 29%, Foreigner 4.
I think the album stinks. I'm sorry.
I don't know why I don't like the list. The whole list, I think, is missing too good a stuff.
I think the Foreigner's 3 albums before that are all fantastic, and Foreigner 4 to me is their weak link. That's when the chains came off.
Unchained.
They took off the chains.
That's also Fair Warning, 1981. How is Fair Warning not on this list?
Yeah, especially since Gene Meros was the second engineer on that. He did such an awesome job.
With 3 songs, Fern. We're talking about albums of the year, not singles. All right, go on.
1982. Here are the albums that you have to choose from. Michael Jackson, Thriller. Phil Collins, Hello, I Must Be Going. Toto 4. John Mellencamp, American Fool. And Alabama, Mountain Music.
Alabama music.
What about
Diary of a Madman? Not there.
Diary of a Madman's 81.
Yeah, 81. Wait, this is 82, right?
Screaming for Vengeance. That's got so many bad songs on it. Sorry. That's my realization that I don't love.
We also missed Mob Rules for 81.
Don't start.
I like Priest. I don't love them. Too many bad songs.
82. 82 is Number of the Beast.
Toto 4 is hard to argue.
Okay, here's my answer for 82. The best album of the year for 1982 is Donald Fagen, The Nightfly.
Oh, is that
I rest my
82?
hat. 82.
Are you sure? How can you be
Lion
so
T Black
sure?
Tiger says Howie, is that's what album it is has you gotta keep on run, don't stop run. I love Don't Stop Run. Toto's the best. You're out of
the
your
only
mind,
one.
Hannah Bomb. That Toto 4 album's fantastic. Waiting for Your Love. Everything on that record's great.
Does it have Africa on it?
Yeah, Africa, Rosanna.
Here's the percentage breakdown. 7% went to Phil Collins, Hello, I Must Be Going. 9% went to Toto, Toto 4. 12% went to Alabama. 15% went to John Mellencamp.
Rock
And
We Trust.
57% went to Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Doesn't really surprise me, I guess.
Yeah, I just don't think Thriller's nearly as good as Off the Wall. I think it's overrated.
Where's Combat Rock? That's not on the list,
In the garbage.
right?
What's with you and the Clash?
It's one of those bands that like I hear it and I'm like, it's not interesting, but all of like the Rolling Stone writers be like,
Right,
"Oh,
they're always on the
Clash."
list. Yeah, the Clash and Bob Dylan.
1983. Are we ready?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry if you don't like
Here are the
it.
album choices. Lionel Richie, Can't Slow Down. The Police, Synchronicity. Culture Club, Color by Numbers. Cyndi Lauper, She's So Unusual. And ZZ Top, Eliminator.
So 83, you're missing Iron Maiden, Peace of Mind.
Yeah, you're
I
missing
think Alcatraz, No Parole from Rock and Roll. Fantastic one, Howie.
Pyromania.
Can we go back to 81 for Judas Priest, 666, the number of the beast? No.
That's 82, right?
Iron Maiden.
That's it.
This year it's Peace of Mind with Iron Maiden.
Yeah, Peace of Mind. I think it's the best record. I think.
You know what's funny about it? It's the best album, but it's not a perfect album. Where I think Number of the Beast is a perfect album because
Okay.
Quest for Fire sucks.
No, they've got
At a
some third-
time when dinosaurs roamed the earth. It's like
Yeah, it's really bad. Yeah. What about? Hold on, I saw one a moment ago. What about Pyromania? That was 83. Wasn't that a huge
great record. Yeah, it's a great record.
I don't know if it's a perfect record because I don't really like Def Leppard all that much, but I know it was a big record.
I'm trying to think what else.
It's got Photograph, Too Late for Love, Foolin',
I
Rock
think
of
Holy
Ages.
Dive is 84. Am I wrong? Is
I thought
Holy Dive
83
83 or
was-
84?
I thought Holy Dive was 83, wasn't it?
Could be.
Uh,
I always
Hold
thought
on,
84.
look it up.
I think so.
One of
Synchronicity,
those.
Police, good record.
We're trying to forget Hot Space, Hugh.
We're on 83, right? Let's see.
Yep.
83. What am I doing here? I gotta
Texas flood.
The sky is crying. Ooh, DL, where are you at on Head Over Heels from the Cocteau Twins?
Yeah, it's not one of my. Well, Head Over Heels, I think, is an EP. And
Oh, okay.
the next year in 84, we get to Cocteau Twins Treasure, and that's when I'm going to be lighting it up with Cocteau Twins.
Wait a minute, everybody, scratch the list. I've got the answer. It's been sent down from the heavens. The answer is "Lick It Up" from Kiss, of course.
Oh, God. Awful. All right, let's hear the percentages.
9% went to Culture Club. 12% went to Cyndi Lauper. 14% went to Lionel Richie. 30% went to ZZ Top, Eliminator. But with 34%, Synchronicity,
Alabama?
The Police.
Oh, Synchronicity.
okay.
Yeah, that's a great
Interesting.
record.
It is a good record. Okay,
great-
I'm already going ahead to 84 here and trying to see. I think I have some
84,
ideas of
I
who's going to
see-
get mentioned.
In my mind, I see Cocteau Twins Treasure. They won't get mentioned. 84.
Here, I think I'm going to throw one out. I think will get mentioned. and it is in the vein of the douchebag, of course. I do think that
Hey,
Purple
Raptor.
Rain will be mentioned.
Are we ready for the choices?
Yeah. Now I'm
All right.
upset.
Here are your album choices for 1984. Cocteau Twins, not on the list.
No,
But
of course
what
not.
is on the list is Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA, Prince,
Okay.
Purple Rain, Madonna,
knew it.
Like a Virgin,
Gays.
Bryan Adams, Reckless, and Van Halen, 1984.
I mean, I'd take Van Halen 1984 out of that list, but there's better albums than that out there in 84.
Wait a minute. In '83, you missed your favorite group there, Dave. Rat.
Well, 84 is out of the cellar.
Oh, yeah, the Smiths' first album. Howie's saying Rising Force debut, Gary Moore, Victims of the Future, and The Last in Line.
Ooh,
Oh.
Last in Line's hard to argue.
That's great.
If you like songs about dragons, which
Oh,
I
Kings.
do. I do. Okay.
I'm trying to think of, was 1984, is that the top? Ooh, yeah, slide it in, Howie. Whitesnake, that's the best of 84 for me.
My choice would be the self-titled Fat Boys record.
Oh, Bad Boys.
All right, let's see what these percentages
All
are
right.
for this nonsense.
Bryan Adams got 6%. Madonna got 9%. Purple Rain got 24%. Van Halen got 27%, but
Ridiculous.
34% was Bruce Springsteen's Born in the USA.
The album stinks.
Yeah.
It's like someone cut a knife, maybe edgy and dull, and cut a 6-inch value.
Howie's saying Perfect Strangers also. I still think Slide It In's the
fucking
blowaway.
Perfect Strangers.
Oh, yeah,
That's
Ride the
Deep
Lightning's
Purple
84.
reunion, right?
Oh, Howie, come on. Come on. It's the greatest. That was if they could take lightning in a bottle with Whitesnake. Sykes is on a few of the tracks. I think his voice sounds the best on Slow and Easy. As a song, it's just a blues track. But Love Ain't No Stranger, fucking Gambler.
Love ain't no stranger.
Who knows where? Oh, it's fucking great.
It's great. No.
All right, what do you got next? 85?
1985. Here are your
Fire.
choices. Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms.
Knew it.
Phil Collins, No Jacket Required.
Knew it.
Whitney Houston,
album
Whitney
required.
Houston.
Christ.
Aha, Hunting High and Low.
What?
They got one song. And then finally, Tears for Fears, songs from the Big Chair.
Hang on a
The
second.
Big Chair is very good.
Where is
Fears good.
where is Misplaced Childhood by Marillion? Oh, nobody's
Where's
ever heard of
John's
that?
favorite
Oh,
album?
I forgot.
Where's the way
isn't
it
that
is? Is that
Genesis
85?
cover band?
What's that?
Marillion? Isn't that
Who
a
cover band?
Genesis cover band?
Yeah, basically. I love that album.
Was the way it is
Haley,
1985?
I just wanted to say, but Kaylee, I can't.
Also,
even
is
pick
Welcome
up
to the
phone.
Real World 1985? Mr. Kyrie Laison. Oh.
Yes, that is 85.
Oh, that record's fucking great. Broken Wings is unbelievable.
Take these
great.
broken wings.
Richard
Oh.
Page is awesome.
It's such a good song. I should cover that song in my dumb band. We should play a rock version.
Baby,
that.
don't understand. Oh, it's fucking great.
It's good.
85 also is
Meat is Murder.
I think it's the
every
Meat is-
Latino
Is that,
every
is that The
Latino
Cure?
that's here in the chat is saying, "Oh yeah, that's the best."
what was
Hey,
Why?
that's
What's the
racist.
deal? What's the deal with that? By the way, now if you live in Los Angeles, which you do, Jim, you see it. Every single Latino loves the Smiths. I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me.
It's an English Latino
I
thing.
thought they would like Fats Domino. We're hawking to the wall.
That's awful.
I'm a hawking. Yes, indeed, I'm a hawking. It's fucking
That's just wrong, Dave. That's marinating in
gold.
wrong sauce.
That's a
Ooh.
That's
This is not
marinating in a spicy salsa of wrong sauce.
It's not a perfect record, but I do like the 1985 release from the Cult, Love.
it's not great.
There's a couple good songs. I don't think it's not a perfect record. It's a couple good songs.
Walking like an Egyptian.
That's right. You love the state of Oaxaca.
I do.
How about Heartbeat City?
Terrible.
Okay. Why am I back on 84? What happened to my browser?
I
I
don't
got
know.
a
All right,
heartbreak.
what's the percentages of 85? Heartbreak
Ooh,
Ridge is a
and
great
it
song. What is that?
feels like love.
Psychedelic Furs. They're awesome.
Yeah, it's good. All right, let's go.
Outside.
I was distracted by Hitler screaming about the tone coming from pedals.
Oh,
Oh, funny.
gold.
All right, here are the percentages for 1985. 4% went to Aha, and 17% went to Tears for Fears. I own that album. I did pick that one. 20% went to Whitney Houston. 27% went to Phil Collins, and 32% went to Dire Straits.
Yeah, Brothers in Arms is his most commercially successful, right?
Yeah,
That's
it's
the one
just
with
not
the
a great.
distortion
It's not a
of,
perfect
I
record.
Want
Though.
My
There's a couple of
MTV.
dogs.
Right.
I don't like that
Yeah,
one.
that's on there. So Far Away. I mean, you can name 3 or 4 songs on it, but other than that, I don't think it deserves.
Does it have the walk of love? Because that song
Yeah, Walk
sucks.
of Life.
Get that fucking thing out of here. They need 3 keyboard players for that song.
Thanks,
right?
Eric. All right, go on. 86.
Fucking retard shit.
1986. Here are your choices: Madonna, True Blue.
Megadeth, P-Cells.
I wish. Madonna, True Blue. Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet. Paul Simon, Graceland. Janet Jackson, Control. And Beastie Boys, License to Ill.
They already fucked
Okay.
this up bad.
Easily, Peter Gabriel's "So" is the best album of that year.
Fucking
100%. 100%.
Easily.
perfect.
With honorable
And
Red Rain
mention,
on it.
honorable mention to Rain and Blood.
This the
I'm
Queen is
literally
dead
the
from
only
the
one
Smiths.
here that likes that, and that's okay with me.
I like
I
that.
might be wrong, but I think the Head on the Door from
like
The
Rain and
Cure
Blood.
is 86. I may have missed it. It might have been 85. Oh, yeah, and Blackout from 82. That's a great record.
License to Ill.
86 also has Steve Winwood, Back in the High Life, which was a fucking unbelievable album.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, Zeno Roth had a record. 2 people bought it, Zeno's parents and Howie.
That's fun.
Thank you. It's an old
You
joke.
get Master of Puppets that year if you wish to be in the metal community.
If you wish to.
I prefer Rain and Blood, but that's
Caught
okay.
Somewhere in Time.
Yeah.
No, I know. I haven't heard it. Oh, Zeno died? 86 was Caught Somewhere in Time. And Judas Priest Turbo, for those of you who enjoy your music from behind.
Ouch.
It's so bad.
Oh, the Infected is fantastic. All right, let's hear these percentages.
Okay. Coming in at number, 10% went to Madonna, True Blue. Tied at 11% was Janet Jackson and Beastie Boys. 27% Paul Simon, Graceland. And 41% went to Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet.
Bullshit. All right, moving on to 87.
1987, here are your album choices. Michael Jackson, Bad.
Terrible.
Guns N' Roses, but it did spawn the Fat cover by what's his name, Weird Al Yankovic, which is one of the greatest things ever made.
That's
Agreed.
true.
Is that what
Much
they teach
better
you
than
up
the
at
album.
that college?
Way better, yeah.
Is that what they teach you up at that sissy college?
Lay off
What
me,
is that?
man.
Lay off me, man.
It's so good.
That is my album of the year. Okay. Michael Jackson, Bad. Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. George Michael, Faith. Def Leppard, Hysteria. U2, The Joshua Tree.
RL is picking
Wow.
Faith.
Or the Joshua Tree, but Howie says 87 Whitesnake. I will say Robbie Robertson's first solo record,
That's a good one.
or I missed a lot in '86. David Sylvian, "Gone to Earth" is a great record. I'm going to say this: '87. See, I think the Unforgettable Fire is a better album. Where's the Cure? "Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me." Where is "Strange Ways, Here We Come" from the Smiths? Oh, I know where it is. It's in the gay section. Thank you. That's me making fun of myself.
From Behind.
That's me making fun of myself, guys. I love those records.
I'm trying to find one from '87 where I'm like, where I really love it, and there's just not.
Oh, how about "In Excess Kick"? Was that '87? That's a fucking tough album to beat.
Is that the one with "Are You Lonely Tonight"?
Oh, it had everything. Sometimes you kick, sometimes you get kicked.
That's 87.
What happened, Joe?
Fucking dying. He thinks his mistake was using a knockoff and not the original TSA. No.
Oh, you're still going through that video.
Dying. Oh my god. Oh shit! I'll get that. I'll get one from eBay. And the guys at the collar. If it costs a shirt off my back, I've got no choice but to buy one. Oh,
what's Tango in the Night?
That's Fleetwood Mac.
My god.
My mic's been off for like 5 minutes and no one told me. It shows what you think of me.
Oh, it was because someone said your mic was muted, and then I looked and I'm like, no, it's not muted from my end. So
I muted on my end. I forgot to unmute it.
Oh.
I've been looking at all these lists, so I haven't had my screens on. I'm just looking at the list.
So anyways,
I have no idea.
1986. I don't know if you got that. Peter Gabriel and Talk Color of Spring.
Oh yeah, Talk. Secrets of the Beehive. Oh yeah, that's a great one.
Oh, Beehive.
Little Austin Powers.
We ready for the percentages?
Yeah, let's hear the percentages.
All right, 13% George Michael, Faith, 18% Def Leppard, Hysteria, 21% went to the Joshua Tree, 22% went to Bad, and 25% Guns N' Roses.
I knew Guns N' Roses was going to win. I think that
record the douchebag pick.
I think it sucks. Al, what do you think?
Fuck you, Dave.
Oh!
I like one song on there, and it's so easy. The first song on the fucking album. That's what I was introduced to on it. So.
Wait a minute. Jamie Fisher is saying 5150.
86, 5150. I say no. I mean, it's an all right album.
I believe that also belongs in what you refer to as the
also
section.
Krellbot doesn't realize it, but I actually have a video of the first time he's listened to Guns N' Roses, and here it is.
It's a fucking joke.
Oh, distant dismissed.
He just vetoed me.
Damn, Dave.
Hey, Dave, it was my medication. It was my medication.
Exactly. Well, and also, just real quick, I just want to get a little. We got a guest coming in right now. Jay Sherman is going to tell us what he thinks of Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction.
It stinks.
Oh, but what does he really think?
As long as we know. All right, very good. Moving on to 88.
1988. Here are your choices. Tracy Chapman. Bon Jovi, New Jersey. Paula Abdul, Forever Your Girl. New Kids on the Block, Hangin' Tough. And Metallica, and Justice for All.
Where's Mr. Go On? Is that 87? That's a fucking great record. Underrated. I put that up with your Marillion shit. That Mr. record, Go On, is fantastic. No, you know, like when I say your Marillion shit, I mean, you know, it's a record that no one knows, but you love it.
Yeah.
That Mr. record is fucking unsung.
I'm gonna throw an album out there that the populace this group here is not going to appreciate this, but it changed the entire landscape for an entire genre of music. 1988, NWA, Straight Outta Compton, changed the whole scene. The entire rap scene was different right after that. crazy motherfucking name, Ice Cube.
That's one of the greatest albums ever. So yeah, I'm a huge NWA fan. But I do like the Fat Boys.
Have you guys ever seen a movie?
I don't think there's a bad song on Vivid from Living Color, except for Glamour Boys. Glamour Boys is
The Glamour Boys. Middleman's good, yeah.
Actually, didn't he just have a birthday
Which Way to
today or
America?
yesterday? Corey Glover.
Ooh, I love Which Way to America.
I like Open Letter to a Landlord. You could tear a building down.
Great album.
You can't erase she's a memory.
Let's hear the
Percentages.
we get the yeah.
All right, we got 11% New Kids on the Block.
Oh,
15% Tracy Chapman. I like Tracy Chapman though. 18% went to Paula Abdul. 27% went to Metallica. 29% Bon Jovi, New Jersey.
Top five,
Boy.
you top five. Okay,
People really
first
like
of all, what
Bon
year is
Jovi,
this?
huh?
What year we doing? 88.
That was 88. We got 1 year left.
Okay, who won? Who was the final one? The last one? I'm sorry, the percentages. The last one. Who won it?
Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi with
New
29%.
Jersey. Yeah,
It's a good album.
It had a song in
poop
Spaceballs,
one.
so I can say that's good.
That's a great movie.
And finally,
Agreed.
1989. If I was sent to a desert island with any of
Chewbacca.
these albums, I would fucking put my eardrums out.
Winger.
Let's hear them.
We have Madonna, Like a Prayer.
No,
Janet Jackson, Rhythm Nation 1814.
I
Phil
love that
Collins,
album.
but seriously.
No.
They're in
Cher,
love with fucking Phil Collins.
all over this list. Cher, Heart of Stone, and finally Garth Brooks. Garth Brooks.
All right, first of all, the
Oh.
best album of '89 is easily The Cure, Disintegration.
Mm.
And I say that because there's no way in hell they're putting the Blue Nile hats in there, but that's my number one.
Is that 89? Yeah, it's a good one.
October of '89. Blue Nile hats, number one. Cure, Disintegration, number two.
9 Inch Nails' first album.
Yeah.
Does that have cat like a hole, head like a hole?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
I'll say this,
that's
Rhythm
pretty
Nation
machine.
1814. It's a fucking awesome album.
There's a lot of
Who's
good
that
records.
eating that nasty food?
A lot of good
There's
records
two-
this year.
That's not on that
'Cause there's-
album. Those
Mother's Milk isn't bad.
The Real Thing, Faith No More. I love
Yep.
that.
Even better than the
89
real thing?
Howie. So the Rhythm Nation album, who were the guys? Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis who produced it. Oh, Clapton's Journeyman was 89. And Here I Thought You Were Pretending. I thought you were. Oh yeah, Blue Murder. I just listened to that record 2 days ago.
Is that good?
It's excellent. I think what's his
John
I
Sykes?
think John Sykes is such a better singer than Coverdale is now. Like
Really?
just Badlands.
So, by the way, even though it's not on the list, if you just simply Google best albums of 1989,
Yeah.
Hats from the Blue Nile is on that list.
Really?
Yeah,
Um,
I was looking at it too.
Looking at it right now.
In
Third
between
column,
Freedom and Cosmic Thing.
Yeah.
Cosmic Thing's a great record. It's listen, even though the gayest song on there, half you see your face, it's just overplayed. That record, when that came out with Rome, Channel Z, Cosmic Thing's a great record. You want to talk about an album that didn't age well? Go back to your fucking Thriller. Anyone can go listen to Thriller and go listen to Michael Jackson Off the Wall and come back and tell me Thriller's better. And I only want you to tell me it's better so I can call you an idiot. It's not. It's worse. Thriller does not age well. First of all, Billie Jean sucks. Beat It blows.
Billie Jean sucks. Beat It blows.
The song stinks. It's after midnight. Let me tell you, you want to hear a song with that bass line that sounds good? Listen to Give It To Me, Baby by what's his face?
Do.
Rick James. That's the
Rick
bass line
James,
they
bitch.
stole. When I got home last night, I was so intoxicated. That's a fucking funk song.
Give it to me, baby.
Thriller is like, it's after midnight. Oh, you should be in bed with a glass of milk, Michael.
I thought
And
you were gonna
maybe, I
say
don't know, an 8-year-old boy by
Oh,
your
He's
side.
being
there's
his,
the joke. I was
His
expecting that.
cryogenic chamber with
Yeah.
his doctor injecting him
Ooh.
with death.
You know, before he passed away, they found Michael wandering through a Marshall's.
Oh, because
They asked him what he was doing there, and he said, "Well, boys' pants are half off."
Get
I
the
do.
Good old joke. Good old joke.
Oh yeah, I got to pull out the classics. It's
How do we-
greatest hits night.
How do we feel
not
about
guilty.
Sonic Temple? I'm probably the only one here that likes that record.
Yeah, no one likes that.
Yeah, I like that record.
Bingham, leave the
ooh,
chat. No.
Tone Loked After Dark.
Oh, great record. Is anything better than
That's the
Chiba
wild
Chiba? Chiba
Chiba.
Chiba's the highlight on that record with India Davenport
it
singing
go?
background.
Bucky Cole Medina in there.
Wild.
I said Chiba!
Wow, wow.
Chiba Chiba!
Little Van Halen sample from Jamie's Crying. Wow, wow.
Wait, 79 was the brand new Heavy's first album 79 or is that 89 or is that 90?
I don't know.
Good night, Cole Roses.
All right. Let's hear the percentages of this last year of 89.
Okay. 8% went to Cher, Heart of Stone. 15% went to Janet Jackson, Rhythm Nation. 22% went to Madonna's Like a Prayer.
Bullshit.
25% went to Garth Brooks. And 29% went to Phil Collins. But seriously.
They
What's
love
on
Phil
that album?
Collins.
Susu Studio?
Yeah, probably.
With the Earth, Wind, and
wish it
Fire
would
horn
rain.
section.
It's 89. He's already at this point, he's already off the fucking edge. It's
Is it
another
true that
good
he's
one.
in a wheelchair now? Phil Collins is in
Yeah,
a
he
wheelchair.
has degenerative back disease or whatever.
That's sad.
That's a terrible joke, Shane.
It's so bad, it's great. I'm writing it down.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, is he in a
No.
wheelchair? I don't know.
That's what I heard.
And do they call him Ironside?
Ooh.
Oh,
Ben Deo
You're
said
guilty.
End of the Innocence is 89.
Oh, that's
Old
a great
Ironside.
fucking
You
album.
can lay your hair back on the ground.
I don't care what you think of Henley and those cheesy songs. It's better than anything that was on that list in 89.
Mhm.
So did
You know what else
Except
was
maybe
not
Rhythm
mentioned?
Nation.
Cadillac.
What
Rhythm
about
Nation's
Full
a good
Moon
album,
Fever?
guys.
Full Moon Fever was not mentioned. Is that not a good record?
I mean, there's a couple of good songs. I'm not a big Petty out of the Heartbreakers.
Oh, okay. Is that like I Won't Back Down? I like Running Down a Dream, Free Fallin'. It's all
You
common.
jamming me on that album. Take back.
I don't
You're
see it.
now- You're jamming me. It might have been on the
Just
album.
this- Disco.
face in the crowd. I like facing the crowd.
Hey, that sounded more like Dylan.
That's because I'm certain he's copying him in that song.
Yeah.
Well, he's copying him and he's improving it.
Just another face in the crowd. There's the second, but the second side of that whole record looks like it stinks.
Oh, Hannibal
It
says
stinks.
Shane McGowan's in pretty bad shape. I used to love the Pogues. I think If I Should Fall from Grace of God by the Pogues is a fantastic record.
Yeah, but weren't they notorious drunks?
Oh yeah, that honestly, like
How
if you
can
could
he-
imagine an Irish wedding, they have to be playing that album and everyone just shit faced.
Yeah, I was gonna say how is Shane McGowan not already dead? Is a good question.
I don't know. Yeah, I had a buddy of mine. He had a band called Big Dipper, and they opened for the Pogues, and he said Shane McGowan already drank like a gallon of wine at soundcheck, and couldn't believe that guy was still drinking when they went on stage.
It's amazing.
What about Holdsworth? When I saw him in 1983, my first semester at Berkeley, he drank like 20 Heinekens. They were like all over his rack. He just kept putting empties up there. It was you couldn't tell he had a buzz. It was incredible.
Yeah. My goal is to play sober like he plays at his absolute blind shit-faced drunk. He's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
He's not human. Was not human.
Yeah.
Now he's safe.
I mean, you know when he called the recording studio the brewery, that something's up.
That's hilarious. He made his own beer on his book, Reaching for the Uncommon Chord. He does a big he talks more about beer than he does about music.
Yeah. I really like the way Holdsworth looks at music, and I try to teach it that way. I'm thinking about doing some technical shorts, like the shorts that you get, like just things that you could use in your playing to work on and stuff. I'm still kind of going through it, but because
You already
there's
do that.
there's a lot of cool things like triad pairs and things that work really cool, like to play outside and how to use it. And instead of walking out your front door where you could just play outside. Thank you very much, folks. Beaches to the
It's a little cold to play outside
yeah.
where you are. Not here, right, Bingham?
Oh yeah, it's a chilly day tonight.
Everybody in the chat, I just want to let you know I have another channel called Dave's Cigar Channel, and today I posted a video which I was I did an unboxing of King of the Leaf Cigar Club unboxing, and I bought a new pipe, so I showed my new pipe. Now, if I could just get Dave Ross. If I could just get Dave Ross to smoke a pipe with a captain's hat, my life would be complete.
Just get what's his face? Who's the George Lynch guy? Your buddy, the George Lynch guy.
Tony.
Tony, right? He's got the captain's hat.
He does.
He's ready to go.
What about Captain?
He would look good with it. He would look good with a pipe, with a nice Peterson, with a Peterson Sherlock Holmes pipe.
What was his last name? I can't remember it.
Watson?
No.
It's not Garcia. It's
Amanda?
Hispanic.
Tony, the George Lynch.
Fuentes.
Oh, yeah, Tony Fuentes.
Yeah.
Is he still doing a YouTube channel?
Oh, see, he says he likes Boswell pipe. Yeah, I was going to order a Boswell pipe called No Bite Delight. Somebody recommended to me from Boswell.
So you're aware, Tony Fuentes just reposted a live 1988 Alone Again from Dokken video yesterday. So he is still very much active.
Oh, absolutely. And I do believe that video is with the guitar player George Lynch.
George.
Oh, wow. It's funny that he's still doing it.
Boy, Lynch.
I mean, he's been doing it for a while now, and it's how do you spend 10 years? Look, here's a video from 9 years ago, and it says "There's a Right Way to Play Guitar" is the title, and it says George Lynch Guitar Licks Volume 1. Tony Fuentes. 9 years later, posted 1 day ago, Alone Again from Dokken, 1988.
And yet we love Tony with all our
How in
everything.
The world do you
He's
do
awesome.
that for 10 years?
He's great. Tony loves George Lynch the way Tommy Lee loved Pamela Anderson on the boat. Oh, God.
Oh, shit. You're so
With the camera was my point. It's a camera reference. He loves video of George Lynch.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is. Oh my God.
Oh, I could get you out of that one, Bingham, could I?
How do we hop ahead to 1992 so I can say Slave to the Grind?
Piper's Pleasure. I'll check it out. Piper's Pleasure. Thank you, Vauden Child. Is it Voodoo Child?
Is it Slave to a Grind 91?
I don't know.
92.
I don't know, but
I'm really missing on these dates.
It's such a good album.
Yeah, it's better than the first.
Monkey Business is on Slave to the Grind, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember when that came out.
Get the fuck outs on there.
It's the only good thing they ever did was that record.
That's just Monkey Business.
Outside
all right, folks. Anybody in the chat of Voodoo Child works. Anybody in the chat have anything else to say other than Voodoo Child, who just told me to check out Boswell's Piper's Pleasure? By the way, let me tell you something about the Pipers. There's a Piper community, people that smoke pipes on YouTube, and it's they call themselves the YTPC, the YouTube pipe community, and it's hilarious. But for some reason, all these guys either have mutton chops or full-on mustaches and beards, or they look like Salvador Dali or Vince Guaraldi. Anyone here know what Vince Guaraldi looks like?
Yeah.
You know, they got the
Guaraldi
mustache with the
chocolate.
wax.
Yeah.
These guys, and they talk so slow when they smoke their pipe, and it's like literally they're driving me nuts. It's like I want to see what they say about a pipe tobacco, what the flavor is. And one guy's like, "Yeah, this reminds me of eating pancakes." I'm like, if that to smoke reminds you of eating pancakes, you wouldn't be 600
Sip the
pounds.
pancakes.
It must be an apple tobacco.
Maple.
Or what's he putting in his pipe, Dave?
Listen, do not ever question the YouTube pipe community's fucking ethics. These people are serious about their tobacco. I taste nothing but pure Virginia. I'm smelling nothing but
Virginia Slim.
They're gonna say vagina.
and then they're like, "Oh no, this is all Burley. This is the Burley blend. This is the Burley in Virginia, topped with a little Cavendish. And I also detect some Perique and some." And it's like, are you guys fucking kidding me? Like, it's like when these guys smoke cigars and they're like, "Oh, this one has a Nicaraguan binder." Oh, really? What the fuck does that? Like, I've tasted Puro cigars from Nicaragua that are terrible and some that are great. It means nothing. Oh, but this
Is
one,
the binder the paper that wraps
San
around it?
Andreas wrapper. This one, but no, the Piper guys are fucking hilarious because it's like the slowest talk. I mean, honestly, it's
I'll have to not check that out.
Oh, there's a guy, and his name's like Martin Geet or something, and he looks like the fucking Hobbit. He's got the big chops on the side, and he has a pipe, and he's like, "I'm going to tell you a little story about piping, and here's a poem I wrote about pipes." The whole thing just fucking makes me laugh. I mean, I watch it almost out of curiosity, morbid curiosity.
Everybody sounds like Hugh Hefner when they smoke a pipe.
It's great. I enjoy a pipe every once in a while, but it's if you like cigars like I do, it is like it's way lighter. Cigars are way better. Anyways,
I'm going to enjoy a pipe with
he was a Southern gentleman. He's from Carolinas, and this guy likes to talk about these are like maple. The pipe community, I'm telling you guys. And then there's a lot of guys over in Europe that are smoking. And they sit there and they have a contest in England and Ireland called the slow pipe competition, where you fill the pipe with tobacco and then whoever can keep the pipe going the longest. And it's like an hour.
Oh my God.
But these guys are like, and they have to be, if the judge comes over, they have to be able to draw smoke out of it. It's hard. I mean, I can get a pipe smoker for a half hour. After a half hour, I'm out.
They're using
Anyways, anything else you guys want to talk about? Or are we heading out? This is it.
I'm done.
We're done.
Anything? For one of us,
I'm
to go to sleep.
I'm just wondering. I'm looking at YouTube right now, and for some reason, in my suggestions, there is the Boss DS1 distortion still cool video? Why? Why, God? Why?
Yeah.
Who's making this video now? How many videos about Boss DS1 distortions do you need? And no, it's not.
It
never was.
It's everyone. It's every fucking pedal. It's unbelievable.
All these guys.
It's unbelievable. It's just they got
Yeah,
nothing. You know what it is? They don't play. If you play, you could plug in anything and make it work. I made a PV Bandit work for me for years. If I can make a PV Bandit work, you could take any pedal, the Bad Monkey, any one of those pedals, and make it work and make it sound good. Oh no, I need the original. I need this. I remember people used to tell me all the time how great the Rat pedal was. I plugged into one once and I said, "Get this the fuck away from me. It's terrible." Oh no, it's how you get these great sounds. You get those great sounds. I don't like the way it's noisy. I like a cleaner sounding rig. Remember the
I like
time
my
John,
distortion plus.
Oh no, this was before you worked there. Travis had a customer that came in and he was complaining that he wanted to get a decimator noise gate because his board was so noisy. And he was running like 4 distortions on top of one another. I'm like, this thing, first of all, sounds like the garbage disposal. You don't need You don't need a fucking noise decimator. You need to put some carrots down there, a few lemons, get the pipe smelling good.
Put some eggshells in there to keep the blades sharp.
Oh, Howie said he had the Arion ST1 distortion. Remember those? I remember the Arion chorus.
Yeah, I just remember the chorus.
I still have the Arion tuner pedal and still up and running. It's like fucking 35 years old.
Yeah.
I have the very first tuner I ever bought. You have to switch each string individually.
Howie, next week, let me get you on the show. Why don't you come on? Message me on Facebook and we'll set it up. Then I can.
Welcome
send you the
aboard,
link.
Howie.
Do you know Howie, Jim?
No.
Howie Simon? Oh,
Seriously?
guitar player. He's played around. He's still around.
beast.
All.
Come on.
Yeah.
Is he in LA?
Yeah.
Nice.
He's probably one of the more talented guitar players you're ever gonna hear in person. Super good, clean technique. Now I'm blowing.
Oh, he's a great player.
Clean.
I mean,
technique.
he has taste that's garbage. His taste is horrible, but his music. I'm only saying that because he's there.
Good tone. Good tone.
No, he's great.
Yeah, he's
I
good.
can't say anything. How he's playing is fucking spot on. Spot on. He reminds me of what's the guy's name in Wishbone Ash? I'm kidding. I have no idea who's that. He has bad cat tone, he says.
When Howie was growing up, he was listening to Gary Moore, Richie Blackmore, and Aristotle.
Brahms.
Right.
And Brahms Intermezzo in A. By the way, I love
Dietary.
And
yeah, I think he knows Chris. He lives up by him, too. Isn't Chris in the valley?
I don't know. He came into the store one day.
Yeah, I think he's up there.
I met him a long time ago.
Yeah, Chris is a
before I
good
even
friend.
met you, Dave.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy.
Well, all right.
Oh, he's in Thousand Oaks.
All right.
All right, everybody. Thanks, Howie. Definitely let's set it up for Wishbone Lemon Ship. Exactly. And Wishbone Ash is like a band that everybody in England is like, oh, they're up there with the best, and everyone in the America is like, who? Wishbone Ash. Isn't that a salad dressing?
Lemon shit bag.
Wishbone Ash. Isn't that what I had on my salad yesterday? Oh, folks, by the way, I broke the year. I'm past the year of carnivore. I've been my weight is at 173.
Awesome.
Hercules.
Steadily dropping.
It is the dawning of the year of carnivore.
And I'm one year. I'm 1 year and 2 days carnivore.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I wonder where I am right now.
360
those poor cows, those poor pigs.
7 days.
Cholesterol doesn't matter, Howie. It's like asking somebody, what's your
A1C.
glottal score? It doesn't mean anything. Cholesterol, it just came out in the New England Journal of Medicine that they have it all wrong, and that low cholesterol is very dangerous, but high cholesterol has no bearing on mortality or anything to do with the heart.
Every year, they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Well, yeah, they do.
Let me.
Listen, they're selling you drugs. They've lowered the. It used to be the number used to be 250. They've lowered the number to 200 so they can put you on statins because the goal is get everybody on a statin.
Yeah, so they can sell
You're starving your body of cholesterol and your blood's creaking through your veins.
Thanks,
like
you.
fucking old.
You know, we never talk about this. Hopefully, I'm not alone here. You know what? Meat is just fucking awesome. It's underrated.
It's incredible.
But
incredible.
Ham.
Incredibly edible.
Like a big ham, like a baked ham. It's fucking good.
Oh, fuck.
With the rind on the outside.
When you eat food that you're meant to eat, your body thanks you. I mean, people always say to me, how can you not eat vegetables? We can't even digest them. You're not even breaking them down.
When I was taking a dumper the other day, my butt goes, thank you.
Exactly. When I watch, you ever see that commercial where it's like alopecia? and the girl
Yeah.
turns around and she's bald, and all I think to myself is, what are you, a vegetarian? That's what would happen, because that's all those things that loaded with toxins. Your body can't handle it. You can't handle the truth. Honestly, how do you feel, Bingham? You've been carnivore for what, 2 months, a month?
A little.
How much
No,
weight you lost?
I'm over 2 months right now.
Okay.
I'm like 9 weeks, something like that. I'm down like 25 pounds on the nose.
Wow.
I broke the 300 mark finally, and under there,
Excellent.
which is nice. But yeah, it's been tough the last couple of weeks. Like, it's very slow, and I complain, but I shouldn't, because I look at it and it is like 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds a week still falling off. But it just feels like it's taking forever. But who
Because
should be
Arel
complaining
lost it
about
fast.
Patient.
Yeah.
I do vegetables, but not all the time.
He's
Like,
down
yes-
like 30 pounds in 2.5 months. And I think he's going to be another 30 for the end of the year, another 25 at least.
That's crazy. At
Dale, the
pace I'm
point about
going, I
plants
might
is
lose
points don't
10 more.
plants put toxins in themselves so animals don't eat them, and animals can sense it, smell it. Most can. And we went and changed a lot of the food to weaken those toxins, and they're still there. But it's not good. Not good. Here's what I have to say: is try not eating them and see how much better you feel. Like I said, and the funny thing is, people like vegans. I don't try to convince anybody. I could give 2 fucks if you guys die tomorrow. I got to be honest with you. The thing is, if you guys get sick and die from what you eat, you lived your life. You had the information we all have. If I drop dead, same thing. We all have the information. It's what you do with it. But I feel like I turned back the clock about 30 years, and I feel fantastic. So I could give
back time.
You want
and there's been other people that have done it post me. John, my brother, my buddy John in New Hampshire, and several other friends who are down 30, 50 pounds, 70 pounds on one guy, and all feel the same way, and they feel fantastic and said they'll never go back.
Yeah.
Yes, Joe.
Why don't we wrap it up with this last thing I found that'll take us less than 5 minutes?
Go ahead.
Alrighty.
Who will go down as the greatest of all time? Now, there's 2 questions in each question, 2 choices in each question. Which band do you like more, Beatles or the Rolling Stones?
Beatles.
We really
Stone.
doing
Beatles.
stuff?
All right, number 2. 73%
Beatles.
got Beatles. Who has better albums, the Beatles or the Rolling Stones?
Beatles.
Beatles.
I don't like the Stones. I don't like the
77%
Stones
to the Beatles. Number 3, who's got the better songs, Beatles or the Rolling Stones?
that much. Beatles.
It's so tough
Beatles.
because in the 60s, the Beatles, but in the 70s,
Well, they weren't in
no
the
Beatles.
70s, the
All right,
Beatles.
Beatles,
I know, but the Stones,
78%.
the Beatles were individually.
Who wore
I-
cooler clothing, the Beatles or the Stones?
Oh God.
Probably the Stones.
Well,
Well,
geez, well,
Beatles.
I mean, what do you
60%,
define as
Stones,
cool?
40%? Well, all right. Number 5, which band would you rather be in, the Beatles or the Stones?
Beatles?
Yeah, Beatles.
71%
the Stones
the
had better
Beatles.
longevity.
Which band would you hang out with, the Beatles or the Stones?
The Stones.
Beatles.
Beatles.
All right. 70%
I wanna hang out with
Beatles.
Keith
Number
Richards.
7, choose one, Paul McCartney or Mick Jagger?
McCartney.
McCartney.
76% McCartney. Choose one, George Harrison or Keith Richards?
Keith.
George Harrison.
I don't like the
73%
Stones that much.
George Harrison.
I think Richards had more of an influence on guitar. So I go with Richards.
Well, George Harrison got 73%.
Yeah.
Pick the better song, While My Guitar Gently Weeps or Angie?
Angie.
They're both in the same key.
Yeah, they're both in A minor, but
I surprised a lot of people, but yeah, that's a Stone song I always liked.
That's a great song.
I'll say While My Guitar.
While My Guitar got 70%. Number 10, pick the better song, A Day in the Life or Tumbling Dice?
Tumbling Dice. For me.
75% Day in the Life. Number 11, pick the better song, I Want to Hold Your Hand or You Can't Always Get What You Want?
No question, you can't always get what you want.
It was a little
They're
closer,
picking
but
crappy Beatles songs.
the Beatles still got 57%.
That's just the
43%.
bullshit. That's stupidity.
12. Pick the better song, Strawberry Fields or Can't You Hear Me Knocking?
Can't you hear me knocking?
Na-na-na-na-na.
Although I think Strawberry Fields is a great song. They're both
Yeah.
great songs. Can't you hear me knocking is a better song.
77%
I'll
Strawberry
lean
Fields.
on the Beatles side.
Pick the better song, Yesterday or Jumpin' Jack Flash?
Yesterday's a better song.
Yesterday, 70%. Pick the better song, In My Life or Wild Horses?
In My Life.
My life.
Both are good.
Yeah.
In My Life is
Yeah.
one of the best Beatles songs.
Yeah,
So
68% In My Life. Pick the better song, Something or I Can't Get No Satisfaction?
Something is better.
Something.
I can't
Something.
get
That was-
no.
It was
That
a
was
close.
Frank
It was,
Sinatra's
it was
favorite
close,
song in-
but it's
in-
still Beatles. 50%. 50.
Hold on a second. I got to stop Jim for a second. Every time somebody brings up something, somebody's got to bring up it's Sinatra's favorite song. Who gives a fuck what Sinatra likes? He hated the Beatles. Hated them. He would rip on him his whole career. The guy knows nothing about music. He knows about those
Who's
old
that
songs
broad? Paul
that
McCartney.
Sammy
Can I-
Kahn and Julie Stein wrote.
But
But
let me
people
add
talk
something.
about really what did Frank Sinatra? What was Frank Sinatra's favorite Black Sabbath record? The answer is who gives a
Paranoid.
fuck? Who cares? Exactly.
However,
Sabotage.
do you know
Never
who-
say right.
That's right.
Do you know who did like the Beatles and did an amazing cover of something? The king himself, Elvis Presley.
Hmm.
But Elvis
He also
Presley
does a great version of Yesterday.
Yeah.
Elvis,
Pick the better
Elvis does
song.
great versions of everything he does.
He could read the phone book. Pick
Better
the better
than the
song.
artist usually.
Hey Jude or Paint It Black?
Paint It Black.
Paint It Black's a better song. Hey Jude's overrated. People will say it's better.
69% Hey Jude. 17 Let It Be or Sympathy for the Devil?
Let It Be's a great song. I know it's not the best.
I
album.
hate Sympathy with everything I got, so I'll say Let It Be. And I
Irish
hate Let It Be.
Exit. 73% Let It Be. Number 18 Better Song. Come Together. Give
Let
Me
It Be.
Shelter.
What was it?
Come Together or Give Me Shelter.
Give Me
Me
Shelter's
Shelter.
a way better song.
I'm
Beatles 71%.
Give Me
Better song. Wait, actually, pick a city. Liverpool or London?
London.
London. Liverpool's a shithole.
London got 53%. Pick the better 2023 release. The Beatles song Now and Then or the Rolling Stones album Hackneyed Diamonds?
I have no fucking idea
The
what either one of
Stones.
those are.
I haven't heard either one, so
Well, the Beatles got 69%. And we are 60% similar with the rest of the douchebags who are on this list. Good night, everybody.
All right,
gotta go. My
everyone. Have
voice
a great
stomachs are
night. I want to
digesting.
thank everybody. I am going to go light up a cigar. That's what I'm going
shout
to do.
out to Occidental for fixing my teeth today.
Oh, all right.
Thank you.
And shout out to Ringo's wife. No, I don't know. Christopher
Barbara?
Valdez says Ringo's wife. Barbara.
Who, Barbara?
Barbara?
I'm not mad
Barbara,
at him.
you up? The other night, Ringo had a cough. He said, Barbara,
Good night, everybody.
you up?
Good
I'm
night,
up
Joe.
everybody.
now. All right, everyone. Hold on. I got to find my outro. You guys are just stomping all over my jokes. You know who thought that joke was funny? Beetlejuice.
You think it's fucking funny. It's not fucking funny.
Oh,
I don't know. I guess Bale didn't think it was funny. I thought he thought it was funny. All right, everyone. I want to thank you guys all. And let me see if I can
where's
keep
Jerry?
going. He's gone. All right, everyone. All right. Goodbye, Ted. All right. Very good.